What?
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 No,
What?
when did Dave ever be part of the board?
The board.
Board of Pirate Directors.
Why am I here? I swear we were here. Why am I?
Where's our?
Do we go into
I'm
this
just
room?
at the.
Yeah, you can't
Oh
go
yeah,
into that.
are we still? We're
We
still
went in the rooms.
exploring this place. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
before,
Am I
before...
in Owlbear Rodeo?
No.
I have no memory of this place.
I have no memory of this place either.
Well,
We fought
speaking of
fog
having
crabs.
no memory of this place, does anybody want to give us a recap?
Sure. I will say what I remember, and I just remembered where the exact point we left off, so that tracks. Yeah,
So-
we set sail after Bad Luck Barty had like another heart attack, and was like out of action for a day, in which we crashed the ship. But we were in much better hands now that Bad Luck Barty was back at the wheel, back in the captain's hat, and not living up to his name, because
Wait, what?
we had no trouble at all. It was a very clear day to start with, and we discussed with Alara Pumpkin a bit about her kind of pirate past and kind of moving forwards, and caught up everyone on the two different, what are they called? I can never remember.
Log pose and eternal pose.
The poses, yes. Spoke about that briefly. We got another news pelican. I can't remember what they called, news gully.
Who's coup?
Coup. And that told us something. I think it was actually in Discord. Am I right?
Yeah, it wasn't Discord.
Am I right?
We
There
talked
we
about the well, what was his name?
Captain Strongtum.
Strong Tom.
No.
Strong Tom's.
Oh no, that was what we came up
Captain
later.
Gorilla Joe.
Oh, it was
Gorilla
Gorilla Joe,
Joe.
yeah, the kind of Robin Hood-esque pirate who was becoming quite notorious, but
Pirate,
basically
which we're
saved
not too keen about.
saved an orphanage, and we didn't really know what orphanage that was.
Actually, it
but,
became canon very fast that you were against orphans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we went out
yeah.
for orphans.
Against orphans.
It took you basically no prompting that you were suddenly against orphans.
Essentially, we started talking about how we can make it actually like a pirate, and the first thing we thought of, well, why don't we burn the orphanage of the orphans that they just survived, right?
We theorized that we would need a crew, and orphans would be devout to us as they have no other ties, so we burn the orphanage and take them as our crew when we need them. But we felt like we needed some practice with burning things. So when we encountered a ship out in, firstly we encountered a very thick fog that we entered into, and drove like headfirst into a ship and blamed them. Then we realized that nobody was on this ship, and it was a bit of a derelict ship, and it seemed to have taken on a bit of water, but it was still seaworthy just about.
But it was covered in like debris and rocks.
Yeah, the mast was broken, so we investigated. Rook went to look at the flag, which was this big kind of belly with a belly button, like belly and crossbones, I guess you could call it.
I stayed on our
flag.
ship in case it was an ambush as well.
Yeah, in case it was like a little decoy.
So there was just two of you on the ship when something happened.
Yeah, and then Bart fell down the stairs into this large crab, and then that crab.
The smoke crabs. They were the source of the mist.
Yes, they seem to be producing this fog that we found ourselves in, and have kind of made some sort of nest on this ship. So we all jumped into combat with these crabs. Eventually killing all three. Rook did 120 damage or something to one of them.
128 damage in one turn at level 1.
Oh, Jesus.
And ability got looked at.
Yeah, fucking nerfed.
How did you do
into
that?
the ground?
It was a very specific set of circumstances that only Rook can really do, unfortunately.
I have a very particular set of skills.
You have to stand still and be hidden and do fuck all for a couple of turns.
It's a good trade-off, but like the ability that used to multiply was a bit thing that needed nerfing. Not the encroaching shadows. So essentially, the longer he stays not in combat and hidden, the first attack outside of combat will do additional dice damage, which you've seen before. He threw the dagger and did a bunch of damage to a book. But this time he doubled it up with a couple of other abilities, one of them called Enlarge, and because the crabs, which dealt damage per square the enemy was in, and because the crabs were a large creature taking up 4 squares, it dealt like quadra damage essentially.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So he did 128 damage. The thing is that like because he couldn't be in combat, that the trade-off was like he one-shot this crab for sure, but like
It was on round 3.
yeah, it was on round 3 and Barty had taken a lot of damage at that point.
So what I'm envisaging is just like Barty being held by these like choppers and everything, and you're just like kill.
Well, I was watching
He's
from
like, I'm
my
not
hidden
ready.
place.
I'm not
I was-
ready.
Yeah, I was watching the captain get absolutely decimated for
I jumped
roughly
in
10 seconds.
as soon as they appeared.
And
Barty
did,
wasn't
yeah.
alone, to be fair, but so it wasn't just Barty.
Oh, fair.
But we took on these crabs and managed to succeed in killing them. At which point we were looking to kind of investigate down below why this ship had been abandoned or why it was empty. We found skeletons and kind of weapons strewn across the deck. We knew something had kind of gone on. Some sort of fight, and we believe it's probably from the crabs. We don't fully know exactly where they came from, but one would guess from somewhere within the ocean. We attached our anchor to it. That's a good thing to remember. And as we traveled down, we entered into some of the rooms. And in one of the rooms, we found this kind of, I think it was a journal or otherwise a note saying that the captain was looking diseased and plagued, but what was his name? It was Big Tum? That was Big
Big
Tum.
Tum.
Strong Tum.
Long time, please.
He's big. He's big.
Captain Strong Tum, who seemed to be ill at the time, so they locked him away in the captain's quarters. Or no, not in the captain's quarters. In like it was like a safe. It was like a big door, right?
Yeah, the notes in the Discord.
I wanted to say, it was in his quarters, but he had made it like bomb-proof because he was quite paranoid. But this was when they attacked, and this attack happened like weeks ago. So we are theorizing either Strong Tum is dead or has like just survived because he had a big meal
food and stuff, and he's all
Yeah.
good. Oh, the other thing, I've made a pulley system to try and take some of their cannons into our ship, but their
Nice,
cannons
yeah.
are quite rusted, so they might not work. But I'm going to take them anyway.
And I think that was pretty much the gist of where we got to, and we kind of ended having knocked on the bomb door, the bomb shelter door, captain quarter door.
Yes,
that right?
that's true. And
Is that this door, this thing here?
Yeah, I assume you can't see in this room, by the way.
We cannot.
Okay, great.
Well, I cannot.
You missed out 2 things, I would say. So starting from the kind of like start, none of them was like that important. But Barty became his paranoia was incredibly fed into by the fact that the mist crabs were actually producing the mist, because Barty from the get-go saw the mist in the fog and said that this was super I don't know, superstitious or something. Like he said it was unnatural. Yeah, supernatural.
He said never trust mist.
Never trust mist. It's always supernatural. And then
now
it turned out that was 100% correct.
As a crew, we don't believe that mist is ever natural.
Yeah. So that's canon.
There is no such thing as a mist.
Yeah, it's not really done well for Barty's mental health. So at some point you're going to encounter mist and you're going to be so confused.
What is this?
Where are the crabs?
Where are the crabs? Show me the crabs!
I don't know what you're talking about, man. And then you also found some money.
Money. Hell yeah. I also know how to cut a crab to perfectly cook it or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I have a load of nice crab meat for us.
We got big crab meat, yeah. Mr. Crab meat.
So that's where we left off. I think you got something like 100,000 or 200,000 berries or something like that.
That's right, yeah. And we were like, oh, we can buy like a pin.
This is worthless.
So you know that the note you got said that the first mate locked the captain into his paranoid bomb-proof shelter, and then he's going to go check on the damage from the hold, which is your that's the knowledge you've got. And you also went into this map room, saw there was a big globe there.
That had alcohol in it.
Yeah, it was a bar. I think you rolled luck, and it just happened to be a bar. To see if it was a bar, and it was.
I think I just
Well-
assumed it would be and didn't accept any other answer.
Yeah, Barty
Yes.
just went up and like had basically never seen a globe as their natural globe and only a globe as a bar before.
There is no such thing as a globe.
Inside was a Mr. Crab, just like a bartender.
Oh,
Whiskey crab.
So, where we left off, the four of you were stood outside in the hallway in front of this thick iron door to Captain Strongtum's captain's quarters. And I believe who rang on the door was Barty? Was it Pan?
I think Barty.
Yeah, I don't think it was me.
I think Barty rapped.
It was either me or it was either Andy or me.
And
I'm happy to be the sacrificial goat.
and a big kind of thick iron sound, gong, 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 rings out, and you hear.
From inside the room?
Well, that's what the noise you're making from the.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's me.
Oh.
You scare yourself.
But coming in from inside is
And you
I
hear
know him.
after a second's pause, the lap of waves, kind of creaking of planks. Bit rude.
Kind of placing my ear up to the door. There's no sign. There's no sound of like movement from within.
Give
While
me
he places his ear on the door, I'm gonna slam the door again.
Oh
Gong.
my
Yeah.
god, Barty!
Ah, sorry.
Listening.
Your ears are
Didn't
ringing.
notice you there, sneaky.
You can make a savvy check.
Hell yeah. A lovely D6. D20. D6. That's a natural one for a 4.
That's a D20.
Yes, I knew that. This
Oh.
should be better. Oh,
Weird
it's better.
answer.
But it's still on that one.
You put your ear up, and after kind of the ringing in your ears stops a little bit, you are able to kind of focus and hear the kind of creaking of planks, and the kind of mild echo of fire.
Damn. Okay. Well, I think this individual is either very, very heavily asleep or, well, even heavier asleep. I mean, dead. Slightly off topic. Yesterday I ran a D&D combat and a character died and they used divine intervention and they needed a 15 and they got a 17 and
Ooh,
they didn't come back.
You hate to see it.
ouch.
Sorry, that just
You love
reminded
to
me.
see it.
Oh, I love to see it. Yeah.
Oh
To be fair,
no!
Oh no, you can't come back. Oh.
they were secretly like overjoyed at the character moment.
We will be.
But yeah, big times. Oh yeah, I'll look at Barty and say, well, we could look to find a way in. We might find a skeleton. Maybe a captain's hat for you, a proper one,
Should-
pirate one.
Maybe we should try lockpicking as I raise my hammer.
Let's try a bit more delicate lockpicking first. I'm a bit of a dab hand with this chicken bone by now.
That doesn't
I'll
sound very
shoulder my
pirate to
shotgun
me.
and sigh.
Oh, Eli, where'd you come from?
Oh, I just heard some shouting.
Yeah, we were fighting crabs.
Crabs?
No matter, we had it under
Why
control.
didn't you help us, lad?
You know, the sea sickness bug thing going around.
You
I
had
get
it
it.
too?
More than you think.
There was something we wanted to. What was it that we wanted to talk to Eli about? Was it whether they knew how to fire a
Shotgunning
cannon?
this door open? Is that
No,
on the
no.
cards?
Well, maybe in 10 seconds after I probably fail at picking a lock. But no, Simon, I think it was about the cannons. We're looking to bring some cannons on board. Do you know much about cannons? We thought like you have little cannons. Surely, if you can fire a gun, you can fire a cannon.
I mean, I suppose they are just a big version of a gun. I
Yeah.
mean, we could look at getting them across. When I
Yeah.
came across, I did think that actually be good to
Anyway,
get some cannons.
I'll try a more a less permanent unlocking, but this thing certainly looks like it's made of stronger stuff than I've ever seen before. And I'll try to lock pick if there is a lock to pick.
Yep. Can you roll me a rogue check, and can you roll me a 100?
I should have checked for
Ooh.
traps.
You're looking for above 51.
Oh no.
Sorry, I did that one first. That's a 14 on that, and then the D100 is an 81.
So you have the lockpick. The lockpick doesn't break. You're looking for a 75 and above next time. If it breaks, but you put the lockpick in the door, and you're kind of fumbling around, and think you get the lock. Then you realize above it is another lock. You're like, oh god, no! There's so many locks on this door. And then you
This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, you're able to unlock part of this, but the door didn't seem.
Well, I'll kind of be very happy, and then like look at the second part. And there's more. This chicken bone is feeling a little bit splintered. I can try again, but
Artie, do your thing.
it might not be.
I whack my
So-
hammer.
When are we having chicken next as well?
Well, I think
We're gonna
crab
need
is.
more lockpicks.
I think crab is going to be on the menu for the next couple of weeks, but
Oh yeah, boy.
I don't know. We need to.
Ooh, that is a 15.
Yeah, hit it with your
Is
hammer.
it the little one exploding?
Yeah, the little one explodes, but do with your hammer's attack dice, not.
Oh, you want just a regular attack?
Well, I mean, what kind of check were you trying to roll?
Strength?
Like a
Whichever
tough-
one would be closest to strength.
Yeah, I suppose toughness would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hammer kind of. What did you get? Sorry.
Oh, I had a 14 on the previous one,
Yeah.
and then
So-
12 on its damage.
It's not enough. The door kind of dents to the hammer, but it doesn't seem to take too much damage as kind of sparks fly in the room from the metal contact.
Fuck.
What's his natural accent coming?
Well, I have absolutely no idea what this shit is made of. I say we call it today and return home.
Han, can you give me a savvy check for acumen?
Oh. Where is it? I was about to do the exact same thing and do a D20 by accident, thinking it was D12. Ba-dum. 13.
That seems pretty good. You hear kind of the lapping of waves, kind of creaking of the. Nothing abnormal for a ship. But then you suddenly hear a harsher creaking of planks, and then some splintering of wood above where you are.
I'm going to. Does it sound like it's growing in sound or just general creaking?
It's kind of now a bit more consistent, and the splintering wood is kind of a bit.
Okay, I'll be like, get out of here, guys! Get out! Get onto the deck. I'm gonna move to
what?
the deck as I like step out
Yeah, if
and
you,
on.
Did you hear something from outside? Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
You kind of look up to see where your ship is, and it appears that the anchor that you pulled onto the ship to tie it onto the ship, so that this one doesn't float away. It's still there, but the balustrades have somewhat pulled at the bottom and have started breaking. And it appears that the ship's anchor chain is taut.
Rope.
Ooh.
If you want to,
Do we
if anybody wants to
hear-
roll me an acumen,
Is that to hear the warning?
No, that's for like knowledge, right?
yeah, it's to kind of get a bit of
Work out
insight
what
into
to do.
what's happening.
I think Rook takes this opportunity of a slight kind of panic to try desperately to unlock this second lock with the bone.
Okay. Cool. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you can come to that like whenever it is
Yeah.
needed.
So,
Wait, no, this. Oh, I can try the acumen.
excuse me. Yeah.
Do
An
you
awkward
think this?
13.
Do you think there's
That's
a
exploding dice,
porthole?
Andy.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, 13 plus 4 for a 17.
Pretty good.
From when you got onto the ship, the dex seems to be a bit more slanted than it was. Not by lots, but more than it was for sure. And it's slanted down towards the prow. So the back seems to be higher at the moment. And it looks like the ship, the pumpkin patch, which is riding on and rode it, is a bit higher on the forecastle than the forecastle of this.
Right.
I think we're running out of time here. Give it one last push and we should get out of Dodge.
Working on it.
Faster!
I press X to try and force the lock. And by that I mean I'll roll
Yeah.
the thing.
Sure. So roll me a D100. You're aiming for 75 and above, and roll me a rogue check.
Come on, baby! No!
No.
I'll give you the rogue anyway, but oh,
A very good roll,
Oh.
but the lockpick breaks in the
25.
lock, and it renders it useless, and you're unable to use the lockpick.
Does it unlock it in breaking?
It is not.
Damn it.
It breaks as it's kind of working.
Marty, if I didn't have this ringing ear, I could probably tell when some of the pins are getting caught. Damn it. Right.
Why is your
okay.
ear ringing?
I'll tell you about it later. Now, let's get out of here.
Can I shotgun the lock?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fine. I've still got one working here.
You can try and shotgun the lock.
I think at this point I'm gonna start moving towards the exit, seeing
my
the
shotgun?
boat getting more and more slanted.
5d6.
It's only slightly
Yeah.
slanted. It's not. It is going down. You
I'm
surmise,
going
but it's
to,
not
while
that
this is
bad.
happening, knowing that I want to do this thing while they're sorting this out, is I'm going to get the other guys on our boat to bring over use the pulley system I built to bring over that flat board thing that I did to try and carry some of the cannons. I'm going to try and push the cannons onto it and strap it round and then go over and grab. I'll probably only manage one in this time, but one is what is at
Barty,
least
and
one is better than nothing.
Barty, Rook, Eli, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Mhm.
Or rogue check, essentially.
Rogue check.
Shoot.
Okay, rogue. It did 25 damage.
11.
Okay.
Rogue, so d12 and d4.
13.
Ooh.
10.
Okay, so Eli cocks his shotgun and pushes it towards the lock, and then fires, and a bunch of the buckshot ricochet all around you as they ping into the the rotten planks of the kind of the walls of the rooms behind you, and you're able to just dodge out of the way of most of them as they fire kind of towards the ceiling, and you kind of dodge towards towards.
Oh my god, that was so loud!
You both
What are you
are
doing?
I'd read about it somewhere.
Okay, well, perhaps you could get in another way, but if it's a bomb proof, then I imagine it's this kind of
Oh, it's a
Design-
bomb-proof room.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Well, it's supposed to be designed that way anyway. It's probably reinforced on the ceiling and everything else as well. Let's just go. Oh, I'll kind of just knock on it again and say, if you're in now, we're leaving. Sorry.
As you go out, I mean, you know that this is a multi-decked ship, so you know that there's kind of like decks below. So it kind of completely depends on what you want to do there. But yeah, you kind of get out.
How immediate does it look like this ship is kind of like, what's it called, like shifting or how do you call it?
It's not super fast, but it will go down at some point. Like you haven't got infinite time, but you have enough time to.
I suggest some kind of a buddy system.
How so?
Do one of you want to help me put some of the cannons on our ship, and then two of you go down into the lower decks?
I'll go down in the low decks. I don't feel like heavy lifting.
Yeah, can you not a true pirate?
No, that's not it.
I'll help with the cannons.
That's a true pirate right there.
All
Well,
right, I'll help
Captain,
you below the
buddy.
decks.
Lovely. It's the captain and vice captain.
The whole leadership is going into the danger.
Cool.
You
So
just shout if you're worried about it.
I'll be shouting, no doubt.
No, no, we're fine. We'll be able to manage.
cool.
Right?
So Pan and Eli, you guys want to kind of get back onto the pumpkin patch and start hauling cannons.
Yeah, I think just two would be fine. Like if we get one on each side, that like protects us just a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think the crane would definitely be able to get this one pretty easily. Like you wouldn't have to do too much maneuvering, but you would have to roll some kind of toughness checks to try and get it on board your ship, and then you'd have to try and pull this one over to you. Then do.
I mean, if I then like pull the stuff over, do you want to do the crane?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was going to get the other people on the ship to help us with the crane, to be fair, because they just need to hold the rope.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, I suppose. If you want to summon a Lara Pumpkin,
Throw my Pokeball and go, Lara Pumpkin, I choose you.
Yes, Alara.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Alara Pumpkin appears as if from nowhere. Yes. Are you trying to load some cannons on my ship?
Yeah.
What's the plural of cannons?
So that we're protected next time we come across any pirates.
I mean, I shouldn't have to explain this to you, but it's still cannons.
They're just still cannons, okay. Not moving cannons.
No, moving cannons are that's a single. Right. So okay, what do you need me to do? Just pull the rope.
So this, you hold the rope here, and then
you want me to lift a full cannon with this rope?
No, not just you, isn't it? We have other people on the ship.
You want me and Castilla Breeze, the violinist, to lift a full cannon with this rope?
No.
It's the science of pulleys.
Okay, I'll do the pushing. Eli, you help the girls with the rope, and then we should be okay. Yeah, the girls. That's what you are.
We're women, mate.
That's what I said.
This campaign is getting a theme.
Yeah, we can help. You misogynistic bastard.
I don't
pat
even
on the back
know
and be like,
what
you've
that
got so much to learn.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm gonna hop over and start pushing the things by myself.
sorry, the cannon's quite heavy. So you're
Complain
looking
about the strength of the cannons, and then also call me sexist for calling them girls. Ugh.
Classic girls.
Yeah, that's proper girl behavior.
When it suits them.
No, so the cannons are quite heavy, so to push this one into position is already closer, so you're looking for a 11 toughness check. But this one, you're looking to get it over as a 14 toughness check.
Okay. Oh dear. I should have checked my my stats, I did not realize how low my toughness is. There's a 5.
You hear from the deck of the pumpkin patch. Would you like a hand over there? My little girly hands can come and help you.
I thought you didn't want to do it because it was so heavy.
Oh no, but clearly it's quite difficult. Maybe you need some girly help.
I'd sure accept some.
Oh, I'm sure you would. Eli, do you want to go
I was
and
offering.
help your friend?
Yes, boss. And then I'll jump over.
He
Okay,
was just jumping backwards and forwards.
you both can roll the toughness check for both those to get them in position.
No, the 10 just rolled over. I got an 8.
16.
Okay, well,
Oh,
so you're able to get this cannon into position and this cannon into position. Given the dice rolls, I think you guys can describe to me how that actually happened.
I feel like Eli's doing very well, and I am like full out puffy, sweaty, red faced, just like looking. You know, like when you haven't gone and done exercise for ages, and someone takes you to the gym, and you're like just
Yeah.
not that level.
Yeah.
That's what he
I'm-
is. That is literally what he is.
I'm kind of making it look harder than it is so that to try and
make you feel better.
build Pan's confidence.
The whole time, Alara Pumpkin is catcalling, and Castilla Breeze is trying to stop her from catcalling. that's the whole dynamic that's happening on the ship. No, it looks really hard over there. No, I won't be able to get it to do anything. You're looking good, boys, all that kind of stuff. And then Castilla Breeze is like, "No, please, ma'am, you've got to stop. That's really inappropriate." But you're able to get the cannons over into position onto this side of the ship. And then if you want to kind of like get all 4 of you to kind of hoist them up, you can try and do that.
Yeah.
Cool. So Pan built this thing. I would say Pan's a relatively intelligent guy.
I think I rolled quite high to build it.
You did, yeah. You rolled really high to build it. I would say that it's got a failure rate of something that's quite low. So if you roll below a 15 on a luck check,
Which is
it'll
going to
break.
collapse.
Yeah.
This is going to be it, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
going to
so-
be instant like, oh shit. Oh well.
But to get it onto the ship, it's pushing a cannon's one thing. Using a crane is quite a lot. So between the 4 people, you're gonna have to roll 30 in strength total. In toughness total. So I can roll my guys.
You got this, I believe.
Oh, I
Oh,
rolled a
dear.
12.
Oh dear.
Oh, Eli.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you got 12. Eli got double crit fail.
So my strength
Oh.
is more in the pushing, not the lifting.
Not the
apparently.
lifting. You buoyed me
I
though.
got-
You
I got
buoyed
a-
me. That's important.
I got a
Like,
nine-
as soon as I lift, my back just gives, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. Crunch, all up the spine. So I got 19, you got 12, and Eli got 2-1. And we were aiming for a 30. How hard do I punish Eli? Eli, everybody grabs onto the rope and heaves as hard as they can, and the cannon lifts off of the deck of the rotten ship, whose name you've not found out yet.
No.
And you're pulling it, and the crane spins around. And Pan, could you give me a luck check for me? 100. You're aiming for above a 15. Yep.
6.
Nice. Yep. The
Very
crane is
nice.
pretty good, actually. The winch and crane is very, very good. Actually, we're very well made. Deft hands have made this. And then, as you're pulling, Eli, the cannon's kind of like being witched around and pulls around. You hear pop, 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 as 3 of your vertebrae seem to separate for a brief
Oh my
second,
God.
and then go back together, slamming into your and you feel trapped nerves in the lower of your back, and your movement is now 10 lower for the day.
Can I just lie on the ground and shout medic?
Medic!
Medic!
Did you hear something?
I couldn't quite make it out. They were shouting. I think they're just mad at each other. Not like you and me,
Ah.
buddy.
Ah,
Well, speaking of which, we go over to Rook and Barty. So you've elected to go below the decks. You've gone into the kind of the captain's quarters and the map room over here. So you suspect the stairs are in the front and
Yeah, we'll
so
start heading that way down the stairs.
are we looking for some kind of a key to the door or something?
A key to the door, certainly. I might have dropped it in the kitchen or something. Also, just
Well,
a bit more of a clue as to what happened here, on what happened to all the
Hey,
people, where these crabs might have come from, and how we can avoid a similar fate.
now we
Um,
did learn that
oh shit.
the crew could not open the door, right? The guy locked himself in.
No, well, the first mate locked the captain in because they were ill and or diseased,
Oh, I
and
am misremembering.
told everyone to ignore him in his calls for food because he was eating a lot. But he didn't lock himself in. No.
No, so the key is definitely outside of the chamber.
Well, I would imagine it's probably on the first mate's corpse, wherever that would be. I don't know how to recognize a first mate. What would my corpse look like?
Skinny.
I'm just about to say thin.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, they're all quite thin, seeing as they're all bones, but they'll have a quick scan around. Do we have to cross the upper deck to get to this
Well,
back part?
presumably,
Yeah, you just have to copy the
key,
missing deck, yeah.
I think as we're
key
crossing
such as
over, we'll
this
look. Sorry, go
would
on.
be on the keychain, would it not?
But maybe. I don't
So I
know.
think if we give each body just a little jingle,
Mm-hmm.
we might quickly find it.
Yeah, I think so. We'll need to get that chicken bone out of the lock, but it's doable. And there's two locks, and I can't imagine they have the same key.
But you got the first look.
One of them is unlocked, yes, but it means that there is multiple keys, and hence probably a key ring.
Hey,
Just
I'll
the
just like, do
jingle.
we see any corpses?
There's a bunch of skeletons around, yeah.
I'll
We're
just
crossing
kick
the deck,
each
and
one.
yeah.
Give me a luck check.
Hey,
Well,
what would that be?
A D100.
it's
I
good
love a
luck,
luck check.
Barty.
Is that like a luck check per corpse?
Nah,
Nah.
Just want you
Hey.
to roll
That's
low.
that's pretty good. Once you
Pretty
don't
good.
find the key, you do find 120,000 in berries.
Well, that certainly jingled.
Nah, that's not the key. Let's keep on going.
Yes, aye, Captain. I take that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go across the mizzen deck into the forecastle.
How much was it? Sorry,
120,000.
120,000.
So that would be Rook and Barty in here. And you see kind of a room similar to kind of what you were seeing below the captain's. Kind of like the barrels are broken, the floor are rotten, glass is shattered. And you go below deck.
Hmm.
Let's do this room. Drag you in.
Let's see.
So, below deck, the air is thick with the scent of damp wood, rust, and salt. The once sturdy planks beneath your feet creak ominously, many warped beyond recognition, while others have simply rotted away, leaving gaping holes that expose the lower cargo hold. Oh, this is... Yeah. A single misstep could send you tumbling down into dark, sloshing water.
I should not be here.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh no, sorry, hold on a sec. You come down the stairs into a room of rotten chaos. Some of the crates storing cannibals have rotten and collapsed with heavy, rusted weapons or roll around the floor in the rhythm with the rocking of the ancient wreck. The door to the gun deck is blocked by several large crates. So in front of you, essentially, is a bunch of rusted cannibals just rolling around the floor.
Well, we'll certainly need that for a cannon. I've already said my piece above. I'm not really one for heavy lifting, so fancy moving those crates?
I go on then. grab it at the bit.
So you move down onto the deck of the ship and you move towards the crates. There appears to be a lot of boxes and wood kind of stacked on top of each other. It doesn't look like barricaded. It just looks like where the things have fallen. But it does look like some of the cargo boxes are ones that were carrying some of the cannonballs and therefore are quite heavy. You can either try and break the boxes, which require a certain amount of damage done to the boxes, or you can try and move the boxes, which will require a combined toughness check. It doesn't have to be all in the same round, but
I'm gonna walk the box.
I hide from the box. No.
Hide in the box.
So if you roll for an attack, give me the number.
Aye. Oh no, 7.
Yeah, you swing your maul down and you slam it for 7, and the boxes don't seem to have taken much damage, or the debris doesn't seem to have moved very much. Can you kind of, as you're doing this, the kind of ship lurches and the cannibals roll towards you. Can you make me a rogue check?
Both of us?
You're not down there yet. You're still kind of on the stairs, aren't you?
I'd say I'm down there. I'm
Wait.
looking at the box. I don't know.
Just Barty then.
5.
5. You take.
Oh no.
You are knocked prone, and you take 3 damage as the cannibals kind of like slam into your ankles. Really heavy balls were used to kind of destroy masts and ships. Slam into your ankles.
My only leg.
And they knock you to
Oh, Captain, do you need a hand? Don't worry, I won't tell the others. I'll go down and help you up.
Not a soul, you swear to me, boy.
Of course, of course.
Is that going to be your action rather than do anything to boxes?
I mean, I'll make sure Captain's up first. Yeah.
Okay. So you grab Barty and you pull him to his feet. As you do, the ship lurches again, and you have to succeed on a rogue check.
Would it be both of us?
No, it's the end of your turn essentially.
7.
That's not good enough. You get hit in the Achilles heel by a cannonball and get taken. Well, essentially, you step back. A cannonball is under your feet. You slip up, slam back into the ground. You're prone.
Ouch!
And you take 3 damage.
Blackbeard's
Let me
beard.
repay you the favor, lad.
Look,
Blackbeard's beard.
get those boxes out of the way. I'll get myself up.
Hey, I'm just gonna push the box.
Okay. You're gonna do a toughness check.
Aye.
Cool. You're looking for a toughness check total of 30.
Wait, what?
14. That explodes though.
Oh, fair. Okay. So 14 plus another 5 for 19.
Nice. 19. Pretty good for a first push. So you were able to move a couple of these boxes, heaving them down onto the floor, you know, out of the way of the door, which is work for you. But the ship lurches once more. I need you to roll a rogue check.
Oh.
You push the box out the way, and then it lurches, and
But it blows up.
it slides back in.
Well, another 4. So 10.
10. What? 11. So unfortunately, that's slightly not good enough. You dodge out of the way of one that's sort of coming towards you, and you feel really proud of
I've
yourself.
heard that before.
And then your metal foot clangs on top of another one, and you get sent to the floor, and you take 4 damage from a cannon.
This is how I die.
Seeing that the way is clear, I kind of spring up to my feet and scramble past the box to the door.
The boxes are still there. You've got to get 11 more on a toughness check.
I will. Oh, do I do toughness? My toughness is terrible. I think I will try to get like a small blade in some of the kind of wood of it, and then I'll flavour it as an attack roll, but it's less of a kind of yeah, it's more of a kind of crowbar kind of attack, I guess.
Sure. You want to try that? Certainly try.
Pull out the nails.
2d6. 9?
Ooh.
Not bad.
9 is
Nine?
good,
That's pretty
but we are
strong.
looking for 11 here.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Does it seem like it retains its damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's fewer boxes here, for sure. So your it definitely retains its damage.
Okay.
But I need you to roll a rogue check for me.
I'm gonna describe it, and then I'm gonna will this good roll into existence as
This is gonna
I
go so
focus on
poorly.
this, and without looking, jump up and try to like land on the cannibals and leap off of them as they come flying towards me. And by all means, I should roll well. 14.
Yeah, that'll do it. You, as you described, you are now used to the kind of the rocking movement of the ship. You know, you feel like a true sailor as you're able to jump up and land foot first. You know, on two cannonballs and start rolling them around like roller skates.
I think I inadvertently, as I kind of leap off them, roll them towards Barty, which I'm sure will happen next turn.
My eye widens in horror.
And back to Barty. What would you like to do?
I just say, I need a little bit more of a hand. They're nearly gone. I've loosened them.
The boxes look like they're on their last legs. Are they bloodied?
The boxes are super bloodied. Honestly, a light breeze would kill them.
And a light breeze they shall have.
I fart on them.
Gonna give it a big whack.
Absolutely.
A
Ooh.
12.
Oh,
It-
totally. Well,
It
yeah,
crits
that's
as
pretty
well.
good. Mm.
Ooh, is that an extra one?
Yeah, you
no,
get to
it's
roll
a
it to
10.
12.
Another 3.
Yeah, 15. Barty, you take your maul that you got from Captain Double Pint of the Liver Killer Pirates, and you slam it into the remaining boxes like a golf club, and they go flying around the room, breaking apart, and clearing the way for the door. To
Let's
which you,
All in a day's work.
to which you open, and with that, I'm going to go back to the other guys.
Is there a final rogue check for Barty?
No.
No, there is not.
If the door's open, the whole ship stops moving.
All the cannibals go through the door.
Yeah, it's like the scene in Harry Potter, you know, when the keys are alive. It's like the cannibals just stop moving.
Oh yeah, nice.
I don't think I had another one of those in me.
You've taken so much damage on this ship.
I hate it here.
So we've got one cannon on the ship. Eli is clutching his back. I know that you're trying to escape reality, Dave, but unfortunately you've got back problems in here as well. So you've got the other cannon in position for the winch.
Wait, that was just one cannon?
That was one cannon, yeah. But you've got the other one over here. You just need to pull it across the across.
Perfect.
So you've hooked it up. You're aiming for a strength of a toughness check of 30 between the kind of 4 of you. So Pan and Eli, if you would like to roll as well, can roll a toughness check.
Oh, okay, good. That's all good. That's a good roll from Eli. So if I fuck up, it's
got it.
fine.
What did you get? What did you get, Pan?
I'm rolling it now. Just holding it down to do.
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
Okay, good.
explosion. So here we go. 13. 14.
Well, you've definitely made up for your kind of lack of strength in the previous kind of thing. Apparently, pulling is your.
We're feeling the pump. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We can finally get that pump going.
Yeah, your muscles bulge and you pull the rope, and the cannon comes aboard. So now The
Can I
pumpkin
just say,
patch.
when it finally comes on board, I'm going to do the classic anime pose that I think actually generally it's women that do it, but I'm going to do it as a little boy anyway. Where they like bring their arm across their body to do the bicep pose.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that thing.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm
Just
talking
be in the
about.
background, just like bent over with my back, like.
Yeah,
My
and
back,
it's
my
also got
back.
the classic like anime like waves coming from your back of just pain.
Yeah.
Um,
Just drip
but-
down your forehead.
fantastic. The pumpkin patch has now got 2 incredibly rusted cannons on it, which you can now secure to kind of the deck. They're currently on the forecastle, which is probably not safe, but you know, this ship's not that designed for them. But then again, they're very rusted, so it's not like they're going to move anywhere. Fantastic. Is there anything else you wanted to do to kind of get this on this side of the ship?
No, I think we'll probably if the others are down and cool for us, I think I'll probably head over. Proud of what we've got on our ship now.
Yeah. Are you gonna head on to the other ship then?
Yeah, I think so. If it doesn't look like it's tilting too much.
No, not particularly. Actually, if anything, the lighter weight on this side of the deck's helped.
Aha!
It looks like it tilts 45 degrees every 6 seconds, and you hear as cannonballs hit the side of a room.
Yeah. Ah! Clang, 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 clang. Ah! That's essentially what you're hearing from the other side. And then suddenly it
On
just
repeat.
stops after an explosion, just no sound.
I think they're doing okay down there.
Yeah. If you want to head
Either
over,
that or something else.
if you want to head over, I'll draw you in at some point.
We're rocking the boat.
Righto. So there we go. Now I can actually read the thing. I'd read. You come on to this room. So this is the gun deck. So below deck, the air is thick with the scent of damp wood, rust, and salt. The once sturdy planks beneath your feet, ominously, many warped beyond recognition, while others have simply rotted away, leaving gaping holes that expose the lower cargo hold. A single misstep could send you tumbling down into dark, sloshing water, where half-submerged crates and broken barrels tumble dangerously. The cannons, once the pride of the galleon's firepower, have not fared any better. Several have fallen through the decaying flooring, their rusted barrels half buried and barely visible in cargo. Others remain on the deck, but only barely, teetering on the edges of collapse, and held in place by little more than the frayed ropes and The gun ports, some of them are still open, allow occasional wisps of fog to creep inside, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Ripped sacks of grain and salt spill into the wet planks, mucky sodden paste that squelches underfoot. Sound of slow dripping water echoes ravenous.
That's delightful.
Delightful.
What a shithole.
Well, there's more
These cannons would have been better to bring. God damn it!
Yeah, a bit harder, I assume. Well, I'm very intrigued by what's on the other side of this room. It seems perilous to try to cross, and therefore I want to.
I
What's the
expect
hashed out
nothing
bit?
less.
Okay, I
that's-
got a plan.
That's
Is
the
that
floor that's
drop,
broken
to
away.
drop into the water, basically.
Yeah, to the cargo hold.
Oh,
So there's literally just this walkway to try and get to the other side.
Oh, who would put that there?
Ah, who? What's happening here? Oh, step boat. I seem to have been stuck.
So there appears to only be one path to the door past the gun deck, but it lies at the end between gaping holes in the deck caused by what appears to be rotten planks way to the cannons. The route appears dangerous, with some of the planks looking less than.
I've
I'm
got a,
thinking, lad, you're much more dexterous than me.
yes, I was thinking the same. But
Perhaps
I
a
thought
rope.
a rope,
You
what
could
to bring it
tie
across?
it round to your waist, and then you go, and then if you fall in, we pull you up.
Yeah, I had 2 plans. One of them was just to try to cross. I am a bit nimble, and I can.
All right, go ahead.
Well, the plan 2
no
was
safety.
perhaps there's a way to try and get a rope through one of the far cannon windows and tie it, kind of bring it back around the edge of the ship and tie it to a cannon, and then make the cannon fall, and then it will pull us across. But I do think I prefer the first. That one,
It sounds like great risk for potentially great success, but also great injury and death.
yeah, and really no further reward than the first idea, which just seems a bit safer, a bit more sensible, and
No. Just do it
within
yourself.
my
It'll be fun.
wheelhouse. No, I think that's good. Yeah. Well, if we have rope that hasn't been on this ship and rotted, then absolutely.
I feel like we would have some rope lying around.
Actually, Pan specifically took rope.
I did.
Oh.
I
Okay.
kind of took rope specifically to make a lovely pulley system.
How did the cannons go?
Yep, they're on the ship. I got two nice cannons. Maybe
There's,
might need a bit of cleaning.
there's plenty of cannonballs in that last room. They're a bit covered in blood, but they'll shoot fine. Probably they're a bit rusty as
The
well. But
blood
not...
was already here when we came.
There's,
Well, I think
Yes.
we probably need to get gunpowder. So would we get gunpowder from some? We can go buy some with cannons, maybe.
there's
Also,
Cannonballs even.
this was on the body. I kind of chucked Pan the gold, the berries.
Oh, brilliant! That could get us some maybe some
Pins.
gunpowder and yeah, pins.
More
pins.
pins.
More pins. That's a very good point.
Priorities.
Oh, wait, so you're giving me the amount of money, so I'll probably need to write down somewhere. How much was it?
I've got it. 120,000. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And yeah, I'll take that side of a rope from Pan and kind of tie it on my person on one of my many belts, and begin crossing. I'll kind of take a breath in and be as footed as I can, and kind of placing each foot carefully, trying to test each plank before committing my full weight.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're there you go. If you want to put yourself across, you're quite light-footed, and these planks are rotted. The room appears to be quite dark in of itself. Only real light coming in from the gun port. You try and step across. Get to suddenly you hear wet belching, followed by kind of like a clicking, and
You're back.
you hear as a long fleshy tendril reach down and grabs you from above, and you look up and you see you take 4 damage, sorry.
Oh.
And can you give me a dexterity check or like a rogue check, sorry? As
Of course.
I'll just do next. But there appears to be.
Oh, why?
That's very bad because the dex isn't that hard to get, right? But the as the kind of giant barnacles grab you and start pulling you up, kind of Half-Life 2 style.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
barnacles as well.
Yep. And they pull you up towards their fleshy, toothy maw.
Hey.
Oh my god! Help me! Get me out of here! I like pull on the rope.
How high up is the barnacle tentacle thingamajig?
It's not super high up. It's like 10 foot or something.
It
Can I
is
try and
beyond
throw-
my reach.
I was gonna say, can I try and throw one of my daggers? I don't know actually if they've got thrown. Do they actually?
I think there's a
Knife.
skill which is
Shank. Yeah.
Can
Never
I
mind.
just pull on the rope?
yeah.
I
you
don't.
can
I
pull- you
can't.
can pull on the rope.
I'll just yank at the kid.
Yeah, sure. You'd have to do a competed toughness check with the barnacle, but I think.
Is there a way to assist
split
him,
him
or
in
do I
half.
just roll as well?
Well, I mean, you've just been in a multi-man rope pulling situation, so you probably could figure that one out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is like, can I just help?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Can I?
does helping upgrade him, or do I just roll my own?
How would that actually? Would it give you advantage? Or would it be additive?
We could each roll our own, and then whichever one's better.
Yeah, I would say that's more fun.
Can I try shoot at the? Did you say tendril?
Do you want to shoot the tendril or the barnacle?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, good lord.
dear.
Oh no! Oh good lord! I am spent.
I'll shoot the
kid's
tendril.
been taken. He's
Unfortunately,
lost to us.
that guy got 13. What did you get, Barty?
A 7.
Yeah, this tendril is strong, Kench. This barnacle is like pulling on Rook. This is the first time it's clearly seen something to eat in a while, and it's not letting it go. If you want to shoot the tendril, you absolutely can. Give me a attack roll.
I am getting rope burn from this.
Oh, yeah.
2d6.
Oh,
Oh, did that explode? Yeah.
yeah.
9, 10.
Right, I'm just shooting. Oh, I'm sure it's not a bad time to do that, right? You shoot at the tendril, and it mostly breaks off. It's really bloodied, but it's just not. It's just not able to do it. But if the guys wanted to do another pull toughness check, I'd say you could have it at level 2 advantage. So roll both dice and roll again.
Let's give it another try.
Can I try and cut the tongue?
Oh no, it's worse.
It's worse.
Mine's a 9.
With level 2 advantage.
Oh, do I roll again then?
Yeah, roll the whole thing again.
Both of us?
Yeah.
11.
Ah, it's even worse.
Barty, what is happening?
I'm tired. I need a nap.
But Pan, you've got a little bit of experience recently of rope pulling, so you're able to kind of pull back, and you just enough strength to get the barnacle tongue ripped away and pulled off. It's still wrapped around Rook in a kind of a disgusting kind of like mucousy, sickless. It's gross, but it is now not attached to the
Tell me
barnacle.
more.
Oh my god. What the hell was that thing? I've never seen anything like it.
Strange things come in the mist.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
want
think we
to
should
think
ever
about
trust
that.
the mist now.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
now it can't
slightly
get
off
you.
my
Are you
game.
gonna try
true.
again?
Are there any more? Can we see any more?
Yeah, please.
Probably a savvy check if you want to look.
Oh. I would love to roll you a savvy check. 18.
Yeah, you can see 2 more barnacles along here. One is here. They're directly above the path, but
Oh, they've planned their positions.
and then one is here.
Perhaps we can gun them down.
Yeah, I think so. Quickly,
It'll be
though.
like shooting barnacles on a roof.
Or grab me one of those skeletons from above deck, and we can kind of try to feed
Creep
it
it.
into it.
Oh yeah, like you did with the barrels in Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any explosive barrels around? They're usually red.
I mean, look,
Hold on. Let me get my crowbar.
Yeah. You actually find a gravity gun, bizarrely.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Wow.
that's crazy.
No, no
The
explosive
famous
barrels.
one-piece gravity gun.
There is a guy who's got the gravity fruit. He's a sword guy. So at one point he calls down a meteorite mid-sword fight. Kind of wild. Like it's not even like a small meteorite. It's like it like blows up a town.
How much Don do I need to do that?
He was an admiral. Anyway, sorry, yeah. If you want to shoot at the barnacles, you can do that, or whatever you want to do.
I'll go fetch a skeleton nearby or on deck and try and just launch it towards the barnacle into its path.
Yeah, sure, if you'd like.
Or like go keep going along and use it as a shield and feed it to it.
Yeah, so you can do that. I would say.
It tries to tongue me.
Yeah.
That deals with one of them.
So you go and get one of the kind of husks that are upstairs, because they're not necessarily skeletons, they're like
Right.
flesh, like internal husks, like with the skin kind of.
Yeah. Nice.
And you bring it down, very light though. And you kind of use that as a shield, and you're gonna kind of like push that into this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you roll me a deception check with parlay?
Parlay, indeed.
Oh no.
Could be a 12 and a 4. That's a 5 and a 3 for an 8. No!
You feel another tongue wrap around you.
Ah!
as the husk falls into the gap.
There he goes
I think-
again.
I feel like the tongue wraps around both of us. I'm now like face to face with this horrible corpse, like tied together with it.
Yeah, it's skin drawn taut. It's
Oh,
flesh-
this is so much worse. This is so much worse.
I kind of think it's better.
Somebody shoot it.
Start pulling the rope.
I can shoot it.
Oh, sorry.
I'll-
Sorry, Jack. You also take 6. Oh no. 7 damage.
But wait,
7. Do
there's
you want to roll damage for that
Oh.
first one as well?
No, I did as well. I think you took 4.
Oh, I don't know if I wrote that down because I did the cannon damage. 7 is exactly what I have, so I'm like unconscious and lolling
Oh,
next to this
you go
corpse.
down. This is the first going down of the campaign, actually.
Mm.
Oh shit!
I go to exactly
dear.
0.
Oh, no.
I used my medicine already.
Wait.
Get my body out first.
Can I? What? What's my skill again?
I'm pulling on the rope.
Yeah, I
Reduce
think
your
I put
damage
it on
from
the
an
rope too.
attack directed towards your crewmate within sight. Can I use my crew skill
Yeah, absolutely.
and redirect the tongue attack to this one? I suppose
To the corpse?
To the other
to
barnacle.
the other barnacle.
But you want them to tongue each other.
Yes, I want to see that action.
So what's your crew ability? What does it say?
Reduce the it's reduced. It's not necessarily deflect. Reduce the
good.
damage from an attack combo directed towards your crewmate within sight and sound range of XD6. X being the number of conscious crewmates.
Yeah, so you can reduce it by 4d6.
Holy moly.
7. You take
That's
0
exactly what it
damage.
was. I take nothing.
Fantastic. Good, because I just pulled up the wounds, HP, and scars section, so I was about to have to read that real fast. Fantastic. So you're still kind of intertwined with this corpse as Eli calls out. What does it kind of look like when you save him? What's the ability's name?
Sharp-eyed.
Oh, I see.
So it'd be like, I don't know, I'd probably just call out that you're like, this isn't gonna work. And then
I'll throw
somehow
the husk up at at your warning. I throw the husk up and it hits like the other one and they're slightly attached.
Yeah, the barbed end of the kind of tendrils spikes through the husk, and he's able to wrap around the husk and you, but you don't take it.
Can I try and throw it at the other barb? Is that how the ability works? I don't know. I'm happy for it to go to the
no,
husk.
it's not deflect. It just
Oh, it's just
reduces
reduce.
damage.
Then it goes on the husk. That works perfectly. Yeah, I feed it. This is 2 out of 2, and I have been caught both times. Please, can we let's just try to deal with this last one before I even try to even approach it.
I want to point out
I don't even know if I
You
want to
approach
approach
it?
it
You're
anymore.
still,
Wasn't the plan
you're
for
still
you?
trapped in this barnacle.
Yeah, let's deal with this last one then.
Wait, no.
I want to make it very clear you are still wrapped up in this barnacle.
Please, somebody do something.
Yanking the rope.
I shot this one for 4 damage with my second pistol.
8.
Eight. What did you get? 8 damage, party?
8 to pull.
8 to pull. 8 to pull and 4
Oh.
damage is not going to be enough to get him down.
Hold on, I was also pulling. I just
Help
didn't
me,
roll it.
Pan.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, 12. Yeah, that. Hold on, it exploded. So 16 plus. Come on,
Ooh.
another 4. Another 4. Make it a 20. Oh, 18.
nice, very good.
Hey.
Yeah, you can you pull him down. You can describe him and how that goes if you would like.
I feel like my those muscles that I was flexing are now really bulging. They're getting to the level of you can see the popped veins.
1 day gym rip session.
You're gonna eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
Most gym rats hate his one technique.
Yeah, I mean, have you
Yeah,
guys heard of
dirty
this new?
gym rat.
Have you guys heard of this new trend, barnacle pulls?
Barnacle pulls and cannon lifts.
Yeah,
They're
barnacle
pretty
pulls and cannon
impressive.
And lifts.
Fantastic. So you pull, you're able to get Rook out of this kind of barnacle situation. I'll say that it's not enough that there's kind of this barnacle's satisfaction, but the tongue is still able to kind of come down. It's just not at the moment. Quite a lot of tongue pulling, I would say.
Yeah.
Third time lucky then?
Perhaps someone else should take the lead on this one.
No,
Yeah,
he's got. Surely you've got experience now, Rock. You can dodge the third one, yeah.
I've only experienced in being eaten by them. I have
You haven't
not
been
had any
eaten yet.
experience with dodging them. I mean, third time's a charm,
All
but
experienced. Well,
I am very hurt.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point.
I'll walk up to you and just like place my
Well,
hand on your shoulder and say,
I'll walk back.
Wait,
I'll
yeah.
walk
Where
back
do you
to
walk
you.
up to?
Stay! I'm coming to you. Yeah, I'll tread backwards.
You guys got to move yourselves around this map because things are on this map.
right.
Standing like here then.
Standing in line. You want to stand at the edge of the hole?
There,
Yeah, I'll
then.
stand here.
Maybe here. Maybe here.
Yeah, maybe there.
What's the ship sinking situation be like?
Roll me an acumen check.
We're already underwater.
Yeah.
Always have been.
Ooh, a
Wow.
16.
Good.
I know my boats. I've been on many sinking ships.
If there's one thing he knows, it's a sinking ship.
Yeah, you've become an expert in sinking ships in the last few years, and you know actually this is going down a little bit slow. So you've got a little bit of time. You can hear it sloshing down in the cargo hold, but you know that nothing's kind of reached.
We've got a few more moments.
How long's the moment?
A strong time left. Don't worry about it.
Barty looks wistfully and wisely away.
I'm happy to try again. I certainly think I'm the most agile, and I've just had a bring of bad luck. But if you have anything that might,
I can do it if you can't do it.
help a boo boo. I can do it. It's just I'm tired.
Okay, and I'm going to use my one ability, which is Le Pat Principal, where I'm going to throw you into your mouth, one of my suicide dumplings.
Oh my god.
I thought you said you were going to throw me into the mouth of the
Yeah, that's
barnacle.
what I thought for a second.
I'm going to throw you into your mouth a suicide dumpling, which restores you 3d6 hit points. Also gives you some Don, but that doesn't matter at this stage.
Dark thoughts.
I'm just giving
How much
you
is that
one,
heal?
though. 3d6, so you rolled 3d6.
Wow.
Oh, we will.
Well, we are. Oh, and I was going to.
Oh,
I'm going to turn
oh.
to. And I'm going to turn to Eli and be like, "I was saving that dumpling."
Incredible.
What was the taste of it?
A taste of dread.
A dread dumpling.
I like to really flavor my food, you know.
I feel a overwhelming sense of the world's weight on me.
Pan furiously scribbling notes about how to kill animals to make them more scared.
Yeah.
I was like Fragua, but you have to use ingredients from an animal that is terrified.
Yeah, they know what's happening.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and cross back to where I was, and I think.
Should I try and shoot it before it gets?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
flashes out?
suggested.
Nah, just let him go.
No, but just to distract it, a distraction shot.
So you don't
It
even
would
want
be
to shoot
better
the
if you-
barnacle, you want to shoot
would
near
be
the
be-
barnacle.
Oh wait, I
It would be better if you
I
hit.
could use my smoke. How high up is it?
10 feet?
Oh
don't
no,
know if it has
that would
eyes.
obscure you as well. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I don't think it relies on sight. Can you not just shoot it with a gun?
Rook is learning.
Yeah, and then I'll just shoot it then.
Sure.
Oh, so
Damn.
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
so
17 damage.
yeah, 17 damage.
Does it not explode as well?
No, it doesn't infinitely explode unless you've got something that makes it.
Oh. I have that.
You do have that.
It's only popped off once.
When it does.
Oh,
So you
That's gonna be a day.
you raised one of your seven, I think 5 pistols left.
It would be I've fired 2, so I've got 3 left because I've lost one.
Oh right,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah.
You lost one. It was definitely you.
You fire the pistol and it slams into the carapace of the external part of the barnacle, and you hear a satisfying squelch as brownish orangish liquid pours out the other side, and the kind of light orangish barnacle goes a dark brown as its luster tongue goes,
Much better.
and then it grabs Rook.
I was gonna say I get covered in this fucking horrible.
Ica, yeah.
Okay, well, good shot. Very nice.
I mean, it wasn't moving around or anything. It's like I said, shooting barnacles on a roof.
If only you'd said that 2 barnacles earlier. It's fine. I think the way is clear now, though. I will attempt to cross the rest in a careful and light.
Alternatively, doesn't say. So when is he going to get snatched from below?
Yeah, roll me a roll me a
Carefully trying to hide his erection right now.
yeah, but getting people pulled in by barnacles is my kink.
It's mine too, to be fair.
The Half-Life kink.
It's so hot.
Roll me a dex check, a rogue check, sorry.
That doesn't explode because it's an 8 on a d12, so it's just 10.
Yeah, 10 will do it. You're able to kind of get past where kind of the more rotted planks are and move to the final part of the...
Dark in here.
What do you see?
My eyes are adjusting. Got gunk in them.
Let me clear that fog for
Barnacle
you.
gunk.
Clear the gunk.
We got the gunk.
Gotta have that gunk.
It's looks like a bit of an empty room, and I can see a toilet in a smaller room adjacent, and looks like kitchen appliances in the room next door. Keeping a bathroom and a kitchen so close. I will look for somewhere to tie this rope to kind of form a little rope hand bridge.
Yeah, sure. You are able to kind of tie. There's kind of, kind of
Door frames
metal,
probably.
yeah, like metal. Like, right, off to give me an acumen check.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Aquaman. Let's see if my rope knotting studies went well. Another 10.
Yeah, 10 will do it. So yeah, you tie off the rope pretty well. Not anything fancy, but it'll do in the pinch.
Can I do the same on the other side?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an acumen check. So you'll see another kind of like sconce or a you can even tie it to a cannon, to be honest.
Hey, an 8.
Yeah. Just enough to kind of get it there, and the rope's not going to kind of come apart, as far as you're aware. And so got somewhat of a rope there.
All right. I'll come across. I'll join Rook.
Cool. Can you give me a dex check? And you can do it with advantage, level 2 advantage, because that means just both dice.
Nice.
It is gonna be either a
Oh,
16. Oh, that's an exploding.
That's double exploding.
17. Do they double explode?
They do not.
Oh no, it's just the smaller dice that
It's just
explode. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but
Then
unbelievably good roll.
17.
You dance across the planks, pulling yourself along with the rope like it's a monkey bars, and you skip across the floor, making the whole process look unbelievably easy. And you kind of question why Rook made such a pig's ear of it.
Yeah, I arrive right next to Rook and I'll just say, "Good job, kid.
Oh,
You
my
took
word.
the brunt of it."
Yeah, I did. How did you get here so quickly? I just tied the rope. Easy. Well,
I got
Captain,
hungry, and you said
you
there
can
was a kitchen.
yes, just there actually. Just it's just past these.
I'll walk into the kitchen.
Wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rook kind of like looks up and kind of surveys the area for dangers, and then
Yeah.
walks.
Yeah. So Barty, you walk into the kitchen, and you see a bunch of appliances, and then Rook, you get attacked by a barnacle.
They sense fear, and I'm very fearful of them.
Yeah.
Be right back. I just need to grab a charger.
Yeah, no worries. Eli and Pan, are you going to come across, or are you going to stay across on that?
Yeah, I'll try. I'll come across.
I'm gonna run my back and say no.
No. Yeah, sure. Roll me a rogue check with advantage, level 2 advantage.
Yeah.
If this place suddenly starts sinking quicker, it's gonna take me a while to get back.
13 or... Ooh, hold on.
Oh,
13 or... Oh, no, just 13. 13's better.
13's
13 or
good.
12.
Yeah. 13, you're able to kind of get across, clinging and clanging as your pants kind of slam against you on your back, but you're able to make it across without any of the planks breaking.
Nice. Nice.
Cool. So Eli, you're staying that side of the ship?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have a look over the edge.
Yeah, give me a stabby check to kind of get a good look down there. Yeah, it gets much darker
26.
looking into the cargo hold than it is in this area because there's really no light. There's no there's no lit lantern.
8.
What
It
is
is not
apparently
lit.
the most
There's a
cocked?
3 apparently.
That's the cock dice I've ever seen. You can re-roll that if you like.
I mean, I will, but okay, 10.
Yeah, it's really difficult to see. There's no light down there. The only light is being provided by the gun holes, gun ports, in this deck, and some kind of broken planks in the cargo hold themselves. So you see the occasional beam of light going down there, and it mostly looks like kind of very dark water, sloshing around with some crates in there. It looks to be around like thigh, maybe kind of knee thigh height, possibly.
Ooh.
It's really difficult.
I'll stand here and like reload all my guns then.
Can I ask, if I look down the staircase, does it look like it goes straight into water?
It does. The staircase does go into water, yeah. So the kind of the bottom of the stairs, as you can kind of see, is kind of sloshing the water, and it's kind of sloshing over the last like 4 or 5 steps.
So does it look like I would have to swim to go into it, or does it look like I'd be like standing in water up to my like knees or something?
Yeah, it's somewhere between like knee and thigh height, probably. Currently, it looks like it's the water's kind of pouring in, but like that's only making it's filling up. You know, that's a really large volume of water that needs to fill up that space. What the vast majority of it's doing is it's causing a lot of like water sloshing in on one side, and then because it's sloshing in on one side, it's it's waking on the other side and pulling back and like double waking, which is causing the ship to rock a bit more. So it's causing a lot of kind of like turbulence at bottom deck.
Pumping the water in as well.
Yeah.
I might just like do a couple of steps down until there's water and have a look in that lower level just to see if there's anything remotely worth looking at down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So no, I don't want to fully go into the water. Like rather not get my feet wet, but then if I can like bend down and have a look.
Yeah, sure. So you get onto the kind of steps and you kind of get near the water and you kind of look down and this is kind of the area that you see there. So a couple of the cannons from the kind of the gun deck has fallen down here due to kind of the weight of the cannons themselves. But it looks to be some crashing waves pushing through from one side where the ship has broken through. You can kind of a little bit see the hull of the pumpkin patch coming out around here.
Yeah.
Great. But if you give me a savvy check, you might get a little bit more information based on how much you get. Again, as I said to Eli, it's quite dark down here.
Ooh, 17.
17's pretty good. So
Sadly, the bigger dice doesn't explode. Oh,
that is a shame.
crying shame.
So what you see here, you kind of through occasional like flickers of light through the kind of through the hull and broken bit of hull where lights above the water and it's kind of the diffuse light from the mist. You do see what appears to be a body sloshing kind of towards the front side of the cargo hull. Over near barrels, broken cup crates.
Okay. Is that worth? Oh crap! I just lost my owlbear. Is that worth me going? It would. You know what I do? Pan's gonna go up to the top. He's gonna find a rook, and I'll be like, Rook, I think there's a lot of treasure down there, but there's a lot of water, and I'm not really sure I'm a very good swimmer. So, do you think you'd like go and have a look?
You can't swim.
Oh no, I'm a terrible swimmer.
What? That is really alarming.
Why?
If the ship ever goes down for whatever reason,
Why would it go down?
you just said there's a lot of water in it.
Oh yeah, but we'll get out before then. But I'm saying that there may be loot down there if you want to go.
Well, I can certainly have a look. It seems most of my problems are coming from the ceiling. Traveling further down into the floor seems a bit better, but just keep by the stairs. I'll probably call out in a few moments.
Okay.
I will kind of tentatively looking up before every step. Start to head down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And kind of wade in.
I'll kind of follow you like behind you, and then I'll point to where I'm talking about or what I'm talking about even.
How cloudy is this water? Is it how
it's quite
visible?
It's quite dark, but mostly only because the room itself is dark.
Right.
So I mean, you can kind of see the deck-ish, but like the bottom deck, but well.
Do you have anything that we could light for some sort of light source?
Ooh. Let me quickly check my bag.
Have any fire starters? Twisted fire starters?
I haven't got any twisted fire starters. But like, Barty, Captain, did you
What do you
bring
need?
anything we can light, like a torch or something to set fire to something, or anything that we could see down here?
Ask Eli as well. I
have a
think I
pocket
saw
full
him.
of tea.
I think Eli had some red candles with like this big wick. Some TNT.
Eli.
Never heard of it before.
Yes.
Can you come over here and light your candle?
I'll slowly walk over the planks.
Okay. You're going to use the rope, I assume.
Yeah.
Can you give me a deck with level 2 advantage? Or a
Which
rogue,
one's dex?
a rogue check.
Rogue check. D12, D4. Oh, 5.
Well, you can roll it with advantage.
Oh, thank God. So re-roll all of them, yeah?
Yeah, re-roll all of them.
Thank God that
Using
rogue's
the
there.
rogue.
6?
Oh my god.
I mean,
I guess we'll find out what's down there.
yeah.
His back is really killing him.
So you're hobbling along and you get to about here. When I mean you only had to get an 8. I want to point out. To pass this. When suddenly one of the planks breaks underneath you, and I need you to roll a luck check. And you need to roll above 40.
40.
9.
So yeah,
Welcome back, I suppose.
So the floor collapses underneath you, and you're unable to grab the planks next to you, and you are plunged into about 10 feet below, 10, 15 feet below the water of the cargo hold. The dark kind of cramped space, you're about here. That seems about right. Yeah, about right. And you are kind of just flummoxed and swimming around in the kind of dark area of the cargo hold. And
dear.
unfortunately, as well, you take. It's a bit high. You take 4
57
damage.
damage.
You take 57 damage. You take 4 damage.
4 damage, okay.
We see him plummet.
Well,
What do you
if you're on the
see?
stairs, you'll see him enter
kind
the
of-
room.
I hear the splash. Okay, never mind. I'll
Think you
just
fell in. You hear from above.
I'll dive in and try to head in that direction.
Okay.
Oh,
So
a
can I
beautiful,
stand
beautiful
up then?
bit here.
You can stand up, yeah, absolutely. So it comes to a kind of like mid thigh, the water. You are covered in water though. Your pistols, are probably fine. The gunpowder gets wet, but like you've already kind of locked and loaded them, and you know how to kind of keep them well. But you are, your back hurts, you're wet, you're cold. This is not a great day for Eli.
I was going to say, I really like the descriptive. You're covered in water rather than wet.
He
Can
is
I
covered in
take
water.
Can I take my lighter out and try and light my cigar again?
Yeah, you're inundated with water. Yes, you absolutely can. So you take your lighter out and give me a luck check. You're aiming for, I'll tell you a 25 and above.
Let's go. Oh my god, Eli!
What?
Your lighter sparks, but it just is not. It's not
catching.
going.
Oh
I'll
my
just
God.
start grumbling, put it away, start grumbling, and start kind of walking over towards where I can see probably a bit of light coming down.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you give
Oh.
me a savvy check?
Well,
I'll
we
start
will see, I
swimming.
suppose.
Yeah, your checks have been terrible at this episode.
I like that the
12
alien
D6.
Paul is just lying here behind you.
8. Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, this room just appears to be quite a big dark room. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of see here with the water. You see, as I described before, some cannons and boxes. And Eli, you entered the water as well. Eli, Rook.
Yeah, I'm going to start swimming over to where I've had this splash.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can kind of move across. If you want to give me a savvy check, you can as well.
Sure thing. Savvy is not. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, we explode at least. At
Yeah.
least. That's 8 plus a 5. Okay, much better. 13.
13. So you kind of see similar to what Pan did. You can see that it looks to be a body near kind of a patched up piece of ship over there. And you can kind of, it looks similar to the other ones, like husked bloated sort.
Hell yeah! I think before I kind of dived in, I'll have taken my big kind of overcoat off. I've just got the kind of swashbuckler white shirt, kind of buttoned up, and I'll dive in. And I think I will go over to where Eli is and just surface. Say, you okay? Nothing hurt? Nothing broken?
I don't think so. Just my
Right.
lighter.
Oh,
He's-
More important things than my pride.
well, there's a body over there. Seems to be clutching something. Should we check it out, or would you rather just go back? I come back the way I came, and that's the way out.
Oh. I mean, I'm here now. I may as well check the body out.
Delightful.
Pan and Barty, what do you?
What's in the kitchen?
Kitchen appears to be kind of a small galley kitchen, much less well equipped than the one you've been working in recently, where a lot of the boxes seem rotten, with a lot of rotten food. Kind of the cafetiere that's on the hob appears to be rusted to the hob, and the clock seems to be stopped.
Hey, is there any corpses here?
No corpses.
Well, this doesn't seem particularly interesting. I'll have a look around in the other room or just this floor in general.
Sure.
If there's anything that's been not checked yet.
If you want to give me a acumen check, you can.
Is there any other corpses around at all, or is it just the one downstairs?
Yeah, no, it doesn't appear to be anything on this this area of the ship. Looks
Nothing to kick. 12.
yeah, not a bad check. You can see this is a relatively well kept. Oh no, but like a well stocked when it was in its prime ship. You know, to have a pretty well stocked toilet on a ship is actually very, very good. There's a lot of
Have they
cargo.
got toilet paper?
It's all wet. Is on one big glob.
That can be untangled.
Yeah, you can get some sodden toilet paper if you want to add that to your inventory.
I will absolutely take a big clump of sodden toilet paper.
Fantastic. Yeah, there's appears to be a bath which looks kept. Yeah, all the mod cons.
Okay. It's a pretty snazzy place they got here.
Clearly, a lot of love and money was to do this.
Oh, a span near me.
Pan, yeah, it's just at the top of the stairs.
yeah. No, I've actually I came up here when you fell in, so I'm kind of here.
Lad, this place is pretty decked out, especially the bathtub. What if we maybe installed it on our future ship?
You want to carry this bathtub with us to our future ship?
Well, I mean, I'm talking to the expert hoister here.
I mean, I do consider myself a bit of an expert.
Doth thou, you
What's
Is
your
this-
professional opinion?
I assume it's fairly welded onto the boards below it, so it doesn't fly around.
Yeah, but the wood's all rotten. Give it a good
Yep.
tug.
And then how are we carrying it up over those that little walkway?
Mm. Are there any rotting walls?
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight to the ocean. Is that what we're thinking?
If we can,
We
if
can
we
sit
can
in it
get
like
the
a
tub.
boat. It can
But
start off as a dinghy for our ship, and then it becomes the actual.
You know, you're onto something there, kid.
basically, all the walls on this ship are pretty rotted. The ship looks like it's been at sea for months without any care. So it's not had any maintenance done to it. The
Okay,
soft.
sorry.
Okay.
You mentioned that our ship was broke, like sticking through one of the sides.
Yep.
Would it be on which level?
Cargo.
It's
Yeah,
literally
so
the
this
lower
one.
level where I've seen it.
Wait, down
Where
here?
they're swimming, there's a section of our ship that's in that.
Correct, it's about here.
That's so true.
Are you trying to make a hole in our ship so you can just sift it through into it?
Well, I'm thinking, do we have any spare rope?
Now I get why they call you Bad Luck Party.
How many of the ships that you went down in were your own cause?
If I just make this hole
I-
here, I can have a bath.
I will not take that slander.
Uh,
I'm thinking, if we were to would any of us have a spare rope, or was that the only one?
Perhaps anyone who took rope. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go back to where the rope is currently tied along the passage, seeing as my dice roll for tying the rope was not of the highest quality, if I give it a good yank, would it just like release from the other side?
Yes, that's true. Happen. If you give me a toughness check of the same amount you rolled to tie it up, which is 8.
I'm failed.
Yeah. That's you are actually pretty good at tying ropes, I think.
Ah, the name. I live up to it once again.
That's my incredible sailing ability.
Cool. I'll let the others come back to it while I continue yanking the rope.
Oh God. Is this the time to yank your rope?
It is always the time.
So Pan, you're staying up there with Baglabati.
Yeah. He seems to need my help.
You want to
Even though it's
pull
for
on
a
the
boat.
rope?
He's my captain.
So you guys want to go and inspect the corpse?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. So you kind of wade over to the corpse. The
Wade Wilson over.
room is pretty dark. Give me an acumen kind of search through.
Boom. Boom. I believe acumen is a D6. It is. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
3.
Oh, 4, 5. I thought mine was bad.
So what I would say is that you can kind of clearly see that this is some sort of officer, and that he has a key around his neck. But you don't really, or like a set of keys on a chain around his neck. But you don't see anything else on him that you would.
What is he doing down here, though?
Maybe he was hiding. He was hiding
From-
from those crabs above.
No, yeah, fair.
Anyway, I spy that key, and I and I refuse to look further. So I'm going to go. Apparently, yeah, I'll take the key. Just kind of snap it off the neck.
Yeah.
Whether the string breaks or the neck breaks, I don't know. But
As you pull it off, the keys jingle, and then
My ears perk up.
a
like a cat.
somewhat familiar creaking above you.
Uh?
Another kind of articulated leg, arthropodic leg, kind of moves. These shadows above you kind of swell as you see that it's not necessarily just the natural shadows of the cargo hold that you're stuck in here with, but there's something much scarier than that. You see a nightmare of tangled shifting shadows. A black and red octo spider holds fast from the dark corner of the hold. Its body is a fusion of arachnid and cephalopod with sleek chitinous exoskeleton covering its upper half, glossy and black like polished obsidian streaked with veins of deep crimson. 8 elongated legs, jointed like a spider's but lined with powerful gripping suckers of an octopus cling to the walls. Its head is an eerie blend of the two creatures with rows of small, beady spider eyes, gleaming like rubies set above a cluster of flexible, writhing tentacles where a mouth should. The creature's visceral hump pulses, and it rolled a 20 to hide from you, so Pan, your 17 didn't catch it.
Oh, damn it.
And the thing is here.
That's probably one of my highest rolls I've done. Is a 7.
Yeah,
No.
that's very good.
Oh, it grew.
Oh!
It
Oh my
is
God, that's
very
terrific.
big, and it looks to be what has caused probably a lot of the husks on the ship.
Right, it's gonna suck them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sucked them dry.
Oh,
And
okay. Hear me out, guys.
Death by suck.
It's this is how I want to go.
Let me hit him. I well, what does it do? I guess it has a jump on us.
It absolutely has the jump on you, and it'll use one of its abilities to fire black webs from its mouth to try and pin you to the wall of the ship.
Oh, it's venom.
Not necessarily
Venom.
venom. Where's my compendium of foes?
Venom.
Octospider. Fire black webbing. It's got a push of 2. If you hit a wall, then you are stuck to the wall. And a strength check of 11 to get free, or toughness check of 11 to get free. So it's going to spit its webbing towards you, Eli, as you're the one grabbing the thing. You do not notice this webbing until it's slightly too late, so you have to roll with level 1 disadvantage. So the smaller dice is re-rolled again. No, so the larger dice is re-rolled again, and you take the lower one. And then will be pushed back 10 feet. Direction. Fail. So you're looking for a 9.
What's this? Rogue.
It is sorry, not Eli. This is Rook.
Okay.
Because Rook took the.
Yeah. I'm gonna
but
disturb.
I for some reason also get Rook and Eli very confused in names.
I don't
to
know
be fair.
why. I really don't.
I find that I've got nothing to do. Like their names are nowhere near alike, but
Yeah.
for some
I
reason I'm like, which
assume-
one's Rook and which one's Eli?
I
Yeah.
associate both with skinny.
Yeah.
I don't associate Eli with skinny. Eli's
I also see
built
both of
boy.
them
City.
with like superheroes that use guns or something like that. I feel like Rook
Or Book of
is Rook-
Eli.
and then Eli is a hench guy that uses guns, and then Rook sounds like a name that some like fucking
It's like
mercenary.
a proper like dark like witch hunter looking guy.
Well, Rook it's
with,
like a Corvid, isn't it? That's what I think of.
yeah.
Oh,
The Corvid.
We shall see. Was it Rogue? You say?
a rogue check. You're looking for a 9.
Easy.
Annoying.
Easy. Ah, 12.
for
Very good. This black webbing spits out towards you, and you're able to kind of dip slightly just below the waterline, and the webbing slams into the wall, and you can see now this room is dark and dark because most of the walls are covered with this thick, dark black webbing.
Oh.
Like very inky and slick to the touch. And we will enter combat with the Octo Spider. So 2 of you are below deck, engaged with the Octo Spider. 2 of you are above deck, not necessarily engaged with the Octo Spider, but still in kind of combat phase. And I'll let you kind of describe how you want to do that. Whoever wants to go first can go.
Rook immediately moves behind Eli. Eli, get in front of me.
Why in front?
You're brave. And I'll try to just swim away. Is it half speed swim?
That's it. Isn't Eli like stuck to the webbing? Didn't you say?
No, they neither of them get caught. Yeah, it's half movement speed. So you can move 50.
10, 20, 30. Yeah, I get to here.
Yeah.
Can I dash?
If you would like to.
Yeah, I'm full like front stroke, full swim power. It's the opposite of a lifeguard. I'm running. I'm swimming with the directness and energy of a lifeguard, but away from the danger.
Fair enough. You gain Don, remember, as well, but you don't gain an extra Don because you were ambushed.
Nice. Okay, we got one from the start of my turn. Cool.
Yeah.
That's me.
Who wants to go?
I figured Eli Eli goes. I
So
think
I've
Eli
got
and then
half speed, so is
we
that
will-
like
Oh, wait,
25 is
it's the
50?
octopus
sorry,
now, right?
yeah, the octopus goes. So,
That's why I got out there. Sorry.
yeah, sorry. So, the octopus is
It's been abandoned.
not encumbered by the water, somewhat unsurprisingly, or the octo spider. Come on now. 1, 3. It's going to move along the ceiling. 4, 5.
It is my fear.
It's going to move here,
It's a T-Rex.
and it's going to drop
Mm.
I
down
haven't
into
moved
the
yet.
water, and it's going to try and attack Rook as he's trying to run away.
Thrashing. I activated its predator response.
You very much did. It moves in a very unsightly way. Like it's kind of got the speed of a spider is kind of moving across your floor.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
its legs are moving in this kind of like undulating fashion, which is very unspider-like.
All those sucker sounds.
Yeah, with this.
Oh.
And it splashes down into the water,
no.
huge crash, and it slaps you with one of its tentacles for 5 damage.
Oh, can I try to dodge that?
You can, but it takes 2 Dom to dodge.
I don't have that. Okay. Do I have any armor? What's the armor situation? I haven't ever taken damage before from combat. How
I
do
have
how
a lot.
do I work armor?
There should be.
You just roll the armor dice. You should have an attached dice.
Lovely. The CD. What's the C stand for?
Combat dice.
Ah, got you. 3D3. Yes, it's. Oh, yes, and you
Oh
can
no,
half
no,
do that.
sorry. The CD is the custom D3 dice, right? So that's
Gotcha.
the low one. You're wearing light armor, aren't you?
Yes, it's 3. So it would be 3d6, and then with that's the special way of doing it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm right in saying 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6 is 3.
1 and 2 are 0.
Ah, I got you. In that case, that is 0, 1, 2, 4, 3. So we take 2 damage.
You take 2 damage as the
Okay.
octospider slams in.
Eli, get behind me again!
Oh, actually, if the player gets crit by the 10 of 4, you have to roll a toughness check of a 9 or be grappled.
I'm not tough. We've all established. I am in this moment
Oh,
just a 10.
Nice, very good. You get slammed by the tentacle, but you're deft enough to kind of like pull away from the suckers at the very last moment as the kind of octo crab is kind of in and
In and on me. Help
Right.
me.
Who would
I've
like to
seen
go
this
next?
video before.
This better not awaken something in me.
So we don't have any Don, yeah?
At the
You
start
do
of your
have
turn,
one
you
now.
gain 1, yeah.
Gain 1. Okay, yeah.
I should have done my navigator thing.
I mean, I'm just gonna go 5,
Although-
10,
Is that ability per session or per day? Because we're on the same
Day.
day.
15.
Yeah, so I've used it.
What
15.
is your ability?
The navigator, where it's like if you move 15 feet and start or end in it, you get a day.
Oh yeah. The one we used for the crab fight.
Yeah.
And then I'll use my shotgun to shoot this thing. Well, I'll say, you're not a crab.
I mean,
You kind of insult it, like
yeah, it looks at you kind of upset.
vicious mockery style.
Yeah. Remember, you're in melee and you're shooting it, so all the dice are at disadvantage.
You're no crab.
Oh, yeah, in that case, I'll. Where was I?
You can shoot.
Is here in melee?
Yes, it's anyone within like the tiled range. You can probably shoot it and then move.
I'll move. Yeah, okay, I'll do that then. Where's the shotgun? Minus 1d6 for every additional 5 foot, so it's 4d6, right?
Yeah.
4d6. Ooh. 14. That one explodes. 18.
Pretty good. You cock the shotgun and slam it into the back of the creature. Some of the shotgun pellets kind of go into the soft flesh just above the chitin, but some of it ping off the chitin on top of its exoskeleton, and it winces in pain. So.
And then I'll 5, 10, 15, move over here so that he has no idea who did that.
Yeah, he's definitely got no idea, as is you can't really understand where his 8 eyes are looking. Cool. Well, it has an ability which is after every turn that someone goes, he can have an attack with one tentacle. And considering
shit.
that
Oh,
the only
Jesus.
person in range is Rook, then he can. Oh, I'm rolling. They're hidden. That's why you can't.
Ooh,
So you take 7 damage from one of the tentacles as it kind of slams.
ooh,
Oh, that's good. It crits as well.
5. Oh, do I roll again?
Yeah.
Incredible. So that's 5. Oh, 6, 7, 8. I block all of it.
Nice. Perfect. So it raises its tentacle towards you and it slams again into you, and you are able to kind of block the entire damage. How do you describe how that happens?
I think it is like trying to hold on to like a cat that's trying to get away. Like Rook is just like a liquid human currently, and these tentacles have to keep trying to try it like squeezes. What's that thing that's like filled with goo and it goes inside out and around and like you squeeze it and it just pops out the end and keeps going.
Like the toy.
Yeah, that little toy thing.
Oh
Um,
yeah, those things.
I know
But,
what you
like-
mean, but I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
can
what
no
it's
clue what it's
picture it.
called.
Yeah.
And the dirtiest water was inside it.
Yeah.
It's very much like Rook, but yeah, like every kind of squeeze of a tentacle just kind of slips him out of the grip.
Yeah.
And it's a never-ending trying to pull him in.
Absolutely. I mean, most rogues like to be compared with like cats for their cat-like reflexes, but you are doing that kind of cat being trying to force-fed them their pills, and they're like, no. So it looks it's very effective. To be fair, and the octopus is unable to get the octo spider is unable.
Some would say cat-like grace, but this is like cat-like desperation.
Pan and Barty, it is your turn if you want to try and get involved.
Can I
Have you guys
pull on the
cooled out
rope
for that?
again to release the rope from the thing?
You've
I haven't
heard,
called out, but you've had a shotgun go off.
and you've heard Rook being like the whole time.
You can try and pull the rope again if you'd like.
I would like to pull the rope again.
Sure.
It's it's a 12.
Yeah, the rope pulls off of the cannon where you are, and
Sweet.
you've got one
And
half
then-
of the rope.
Can I get the other half as well? Just collect the rope?
Yeah, you can collect the rope from your side. Yeah.
Sweet. I don't know if it's too much, but I would like to go back to the bathtub and tie the rope to the bathtub.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an acumen check.
And I'll end my turn there. Hey, it's a big 14.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so this is a good rope, but good. Not better than the one you tied before.
So
Yeah.
you've heard them do this. You've heard the shotgun, and you've gone. I'm going to tie the rope to the bathtub.
Yeah, but the difference is now there's a look of determination on my face.
Yeah,
Things
before he was
are
playing
happening
around,
in
now
the
you got it
head.
done.
Okay, I'm gonna.
That's
If it's
okay.
okay from the beginning, I'm gonna turn to Barty and be like, "Captain, what are your orders?"
Does he get a tentacle attack first?
He does.
This is anime, so you can absolutely have full conversations if you like.
No, fair. Listen here, lad. Our boat has pierced through the hull downstairs, which means we can get this rope tied to the ship. When the boat inevitably sinks, it will rip apart the hull, and we've got an escape route.
But what about the others down there?
We'll be needing to bring the bodies back to the boat.
Oh. Okay. Do they get another tentacle turn before my turn, or would that be now my turn?
No, I think you guys aren't in real combat yet, so
Oh, no.
I'll let Rook not be stabbed by another tentacle.
That's fine.
I'd be
My
like,
armor rolls are doing well.
Yeah, don't
Captain,
push your luck, buddy.
permission to help them not be bodies?
I think I've got a good handle on this. Go on, lad.
Okay, I'm gonna just literally do a running jump from here
Oh.
onto the top of the
Woo!
thing with my 2 pans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flying pan boy.
Is that 3 pans?
It's the
I
Wolverine
haven't,
leap.
I haven't quite got to the 3 pan technique, but there is a 3 pan technique coming. Don't you worry.
Are you gonna go 3-pan style?
I genuinely debated about that. I thought it'd be quite funny to have a pan in my mouth.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. You run across the planks, past the barnacles, and you leap down, pan in hand. And you give me a rogue check, surely. Or if you prefer to like how cool it is, you can either give me a rogue, a parlay, or a luck check, whatever you prefer.
They're all the same. That's it. They're both statted the same for me. Oh dear, that's not great. 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say you were able to kind of land on it. I don't think I'd be able to limit you doing that, but I wouldn't say it's. I mean, you can describe how cool it is. 7
They're just like, yeah, literally, you just start seeing like a flying pan fly from above you on attempting to. I would say probably with a low roll, I was aiming for their head, but maybe I got like part of its like abdomen instead.
Yeah, I think what happens is like you kind of like you plonk down, so you're still on them, but like you're right in front of their eyes, right where their kind of mouth tentacles are, and it's like you've gone from not seeing it to seeing this unbelievably horrifying beast really close.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna hit with my pan.
Absolutely. Let me drag you down. So let's say here.
He dragged me down.
Bang, bang.
Pan.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
10.
very good.
Oh. Come on, another 6, and I can spend the don for infinite. 10. So 11. That's the first hit. Never gonna happen for me. Never gonna happen.
Then it does, and then it's gonna be.
Yeah, then you're gonna be like, let's nerf this shit.
The first time it
10.
happens will be on the final boss.
So it's 11 for the first one.
He takes 6 damage.
Oh, and then I cancelled out 7.
And that's 4, so it takes another 3 damage. So you did 9 damage to it total in that round as you kind of jump down from the skies and grab it. You actually weren't what's it called? Ambushed. So technically you've got 2 don, yeah.
Yeah. I was saving their don.
Nice.
I've got some plans.
Cool. So as you kind of like slam your pans into kind of near its face and around its eyes, it's going to attack you with one of its tentacles, momentarily distracted from Rook. And where are my? Okay, cool. Everything is a 2d4 for it. It's going to hit you for 5 damage with its tentacle.
Okay, I'm going to spend a don to do a good offense, which is to use my attack dice instead of armor dice to defend. As I put my pans in front of its tentacle.
Nice.
Very nice.
And I get 10.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, the tentacles kind of suckery slammed you.
And I'm going to go in response and be like, we're having calamari with our crab.
Oh!
Seafood medley.
Hey-oh, seafood medley. Here we come.
This is surf and surf. Amazing. Well, that's the kind of end of the turn. So we are back up at the top. Who would like to go first?
I'll use the moment of distraction to just like I'm imagining these tentacles kind of like whipping out at me as Pan comes in, Pan's blazing. The beast is kind of distracted as one of the tentacles kind of reaches out for me as it's no longer paying attention. I'll just try to swipe the sword up, the rapier up, try to cut that, do some damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe that is 2d6, which will be Ooh, did these explode?
Yeah.
Ooh, 15.
15 is very good
Ooh.
damage. Oh my good.
Hmm.
So 15 total. It
No,
rolls
babe.
its armor dice.
With chocolate icing.
Jumbo. It reflects 3, so it takes 13 damage. Very, very good. Where's my code?
Just cut off one of these tentacles.
Yeah, absolutely. You cut off one of the tentacles, makes it much harder for it to kind of move around. It's writhing, flashing, and you can see kind of this very dark, kind of like reddish liquid flowing into the
We're not stuck in here with you.
How much done is it to disengage?
I believe that's just a free action. Not free action. I believe it's an action.
I see. Okay,
So
I'll try
if
to
you
move
want-
away.
So if you
It
want to
will
do
have an
anything
attack.
that's above, like the sort of that would take an action to do, you can spend a don to do.
I see. I think I will keep it for a potential dodge roll because I've only got 2 done. But I'll go up to this cannon and I just want to check if it's loaded.
Okay, so you move it out of its thing without or with
It will have an attack on me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So use an attack of opportunity. 4. Not very much.
I will try to dodge.
Just to warn you, these are moving
Mhm.
quite fast. These are technically counted as knives, so the dodge is a 13.
Ooh.
So you'd have to get 13 or above to dodge 6.
Is that on a rogue check?
That's a rogue check.
13. Okay.
That's
Okay, we can do that.
2 don to do that.
Oh, ignore that. That's with the last roll as well. No! So bad!
As you move away, you feel like tentacles slice upon your back, and you take the 4 damage there through your light armor.
Oh my word.
How's Rook looking?
4 damage, you say?
Yes, sir.
I'm fine because of that heal from before. I'm not too bad.
Sweet.
If I hadn't been healed, I would be down. I'll just try to get over to the cannon and like shake this. It kind of grabs one of my boots maybe, and I want to see if it's loaded basically.
Yeah, if you want
Just
to
look
check.
down the barrel.
Yeah. Give me an acumen check.
Yeah.
That's
Give me auto. A 6. Not good.
It's pretty dark down here. You feel like it might be loaded, but also this cannon's been submerged in water for a period.
Yeah. I'll next turn try and fire it off, but I'll begin moving it. But that's it.
Okay. Right. Cool. That's going to be the octopus's turn. He's going to kind of move of the octospider's turn. He's going to move here, closer to. Be closer to Eli. If you want to try and stay on it, you can. I don't even think. Can. And he's going to try and attack Eli. Doesn't have enough Don to do that. So yeah, he's just going to attack Eli with some tentacles. 5 damage to you.
Some
Using my heavy armor. Block 11.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It just kind of. Well, I mean, how does it look? You blocking the tentacle?
So I imagine like the tentacle just kind of like sticks to the armor and then just like like as it would come off tin or like that thing where it'd be like quite echoey, it's like ding ding ding.
Yeah.
ding, ding.
It leaves kind of like a sucker mark on your chest, kind of on your armor, but other than that, your armor looks pretty undamaged. Cool. That is.
And then, so can I go next?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I take out 2 pistols?
Yep.
And then say suck on this, and then shoot both of them.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. And because the pistols, I'm pretty sure, have the trait or a pistol to a knife fight.
Yes.
It doesn't get impacted by being in melee range.
Oh, nice.
So that's 2d6.
2d6 twice.
So
It's almost
10.
a crit.
So 10 for the first one and 6 for the second one.
It rolled 2 1s for the first one, so it takes 8 damage from that
Ooh.
one.
Nice.
That's good. And then what was this? You say 6 for the second.
6, yeah.
It takes 1 damage from that. As you kind of unload your pistols from your bandolier and fire them directly into the kind of softer underside of the giant creature before you. Did a pretty decent amount.
That's the end of my go.
It's definitely bloody, this creature. It's not looking super happy right now. But as you kind of lower your pistols, it's going to hit you with another tentacle. And as it crits, be 10 to Eli. And because it crits, wow, you take no damage, but you are going to have to do a toughness check. Get a 9, otherwise you go grappled.
Toughness check is
Can't do it.
12 and an 8. 12 and an 8. Is that an 8?
Oh, you're the tough boy. Why am I on the front line?
That's why.
So whilst you don't take damage,
Not tough today.
the kind of like articulated tentacle kind of grabs hold of you and wraps around you. You're unable to move, and your
You blame your
attacks
back. You're like,
are what's it called? At disadvantage.
you do the opposite, the Mr. Incredible, where he's like, oh,
oh,
no,
I'm back.
no.
And that is the end of his kind of second go. Eli and Barty. Pan and Barty.
I feel like Barty's doing his own thing, so I'm going to go first. I'm going to swing my. I'm going to swing my pans, my shiny pans. Oh,
My
4.
diamond pen.
And I'm going to gain a Don as well. 4 and I don't know what that is. Is that a nothing?
Yeah,
It's
so
a 6.
that's a 6. Oh, well, it was crits, so there you go.
Oh, so I crit. So what I'm going to do now is spend one of my Don to do
Hey.
Inspiring Blow. So the 2 people around me can upgrade one of their attack dice for the first attack for the next turn.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
for both of you.
Amazing.
And then I'm also going to spend a Don to do the attack speed. So if I successfully crit on this attack, I can attack an additional time. But first I'm going to add so 9 plus 5, so that's 14 that hit.
Yeah, so it blocked the
And
first
then-
one completely, but the second one, it takes 10 damage.
And then it's taking another 10.
Oh, you got
If
the
it
attack.
doesn't.
You got the attack speed buff, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get to attack a third
You're
time.
basically spending all my Don now.
Nice. Then let me roll the armor for that one.
Oh,
7.
big-
Yeah, that's pretty.
big armor.
Oh no, wait. 9. So it takes 1 damage from your third attack.
well.
But it is looking pretty hurt.
Yeah, and then with my flurry of pan hits, you guys are like, we can do this. And you suddenly feel your arms feel that much stronger, as if you've pulled up a whole cannon and have regularly done the what was the other what would we call the other name? It's cannon.
Barnacle pull and cannon lift.
Oh yeah, barnacle pulls. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, the flurry of pans slams into the octo spider, which is a sentence I would never thought I would say. And there was a pretty decent amount of damage and inspiring, yeah, as you said. Rook and Eli on their next attack, which increases one of your attack dice up.
So if it's a D6, it becomes a D8. Just one of them.
Barty, that's. Oh wait, no. It's the tentacle. It's gonna attack Eli with the tentacle, not Eli. Pan with the tentacle, but it only attacks for 3. So I imagine you're gonna block a lot of this.
I might not. So I'm gonna. I have the C. What's it called? 3 CDC. Whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, light armor. Yeah.
So that's a D6 times 3 and a 9. So I'll do the first one. Actually, I can just roll them together.
Yeah,
And
roll them together.
see what they are, right? So
1,
it's
2,
a
3.
1, a 1, and a 2.
Yep. So you
Right.
block all the damage from the tentacle.
Nice.
Beauty.
Nice.
Very, very good.
Once again, my pans block the way.
Ping, pang, ping, ping.
They are both offensive and defensive.
They do it
And to be
all.
perfectly honest, they could literally be like, I know it's a very like played out thing, but you could genuinely defend and hit with a cast iron pan
Oh
pretty
yeah,
well.
yeah.
I should make a video game about it.
Well, they made in PUBG, if you got the pan, it would, like shot the pan like because you held it in on your back. You got
Yeah.
shot in the pan, it would just ping off and not do
Yeah.
pretty
It
good.
is a whole subplot entangled as well.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Pans, right? Who knew?
All the guards have a pan at the end.
Yeah.
And obviously we're getting our famous Samwise
Mm,
Oh, I'll never forget him. He's the true.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the true hero.
the OG.
the true pan.
He's what
Lord.
Pan is kind of driven off of.
Yeah, he's the pan maiden, to be honest.
Ah.
Cool, Barty. That's your go.
Having tied the rope to the bathtub, I'm gonna run out and holding onto the rope, also jump down to join everyone else.
You're
As I
jumping down
slide
here.
down. Yep.
Cool. So you were able to jump down. You get to around kind of here.
Sweet. And if I jump down here, you said the hull is penetrated somewhere here,
Yes, you can see the pumpkin patch is kind of not necessarily.
which is exactly what I want to see. Is I want to rush towards our ship and tie the rope to our ship.
Just Barty's playing his like sub game.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Sure.
is the B plot.
Sure. Give me a acumen check again. See how good your roll you.
Oh, an 11.
Pretty
11, yeah, it's pretty good. You know, you've tied worse
Obviously.
knots for sure. But you've now tied a bathtub, which is a footed bath. Yeah, it's plumbed in, but it's a footed bath. To on a higher deck, through the deck to the front of a ship that's broken into another ship. Playing a dude
Absolutely.
disguised as another dude.
A ship that's in a ship in a bath.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you're down here.
Heard you like water, sitting in water. So we put a boat in your ship
Don't you let him know.
and a bath in your boat.
yeah,
And
You've had
can I
You've had a toy boat in your bath. Have a bath in your boat.
yeah, I actually should have
And
made
just
this
to-
thing a rubber ducky, shouldn't I? This whole like octus spider.
just to cheekily end my turn, can I tell how severe the flooding is?
Yeah, absolutely. You rolled a pretty good acumen check before. The flooding is now up to kind of your upper thigh, kind of like touching lower dick there. So it's getting worse for sure.
It reaches the balls, but not the tip.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's different for everybody. That's on you, mate.
Okay, but how urgent does it feel?
This deck will probably be covered, like completely in water, or not covered, but filled with water.
Submerged.
Submerged. Yeah, very good. Like 3 rounds, 3 turns, 3 turns, 3
Okay.
rounds. Yeah.
Cool. That's my turn.
Fantastic. Well, back to the top of the pecking order then. Who wants to go next?
Does he get a little tentacle?
Did who go?
Doesn't he
Oh,
have like
yes.
a tentacle?
Well, he's now in combat, isn't he? Well, yeah, he's in combat. Yeah. Pan, you take 5 damage, or unless
Do
you
I?
block it with armor.
I've arrived.
Oh,
Yeah, you arrived and Pan's is getting wailed on.
ooh,
Pretty good. Pretty
0,
good. 1, yeah, 3.
2 and
So
1.
you only take 2
3.
damage there.
Yeah, cool.
As the barbs at the end of kind of the tentacle piercing in. But you aren't caught by them. So.
Oh,
Ah,
Cool. Yeah, to the top of the order. Who wants to go next?
I can go. Mine's a bit silly, and we'll 95% of the time not work.
You've got an
So
increased damage buff though.
And a
oh,
cannon.
let's see what
Yeah.
a cannon dice is. No, I, having failed to see whether it's loaded or not, Rook risks it all, and I'm going to try to kind of manipulate this cannon into turning the other way. It probably doesn't help at all, the water. Like, wouldn't help it float or anything. I guess it's just a bit of lubrication underneath.
Yeah,
'cause it's
famously
so
cannons
heavy.
don't really float. Yeah.
No. So I will just try to turn it around, and
They famously fire underwater really well.
Yeah,
so-
really, really well. Yeah. Especially these cannons, which have clearly not seen human contact and have been underwater.
is it
for
fully
weeks.
underwater?
Well, now it's mostly underwater. Yeah, it's like the tip of it's coming out at the top, maybe. But
I'll position it so that the tip's like just poking out, and then realize like it's full of water, so I'll have to do it quick, and then I'll just try it anyway because I think this is Rook's desperation
Cool.
for wanting to, both in this situation and wanting to be a cool pirate.
Yeah.
And I will take. Wait, do I have another pistol? I don't think anyone trusted me with another one. I will take, if there is a fuse or a small hole where you would set light, I will take that, or otherwise hit near my sword down and just like slam the pommel into the cannon to try and cause some sort of spark.
Okay.
And catch it alight. This
Jack.
probably wet fuse.
First of all, you're gonna have to point the cannon towards. Let's roll a toughness check.
Yeah.
See point the cannon. I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll a 10, which is pretty low, considering what you're trying to do.
That's fine. My strength is pretty low too.
Cool.
Oh no.
15.
Okay.
nice.
And that crits as well. So you kind of kick the cannon's wheels below the water, and the cannon kind of spins, kicking out water, and spitting out some of the water from the kind of from the
Nice.
neck of the cannon.
Yes,
That's
spin
helped
it.
you a little bit. And it's
Spin it.
looking right towards where Eli is kind of, that bit in where not Eli, Pan is, a bit where kind of Sam's fighting Shelob, and it's like up against the wall, and it's like he's like holding him. That's what's happening against the mid-mast there. And you fight
They'll target.
place the cannon toward him. And I'm going to need you to roll me a luck check for this cannon, and you're going to have to roll a 95 or above.
Let's go! Yeah, I fully expect.
Otherwise, it's Eli.
No, I think otherwise it just doesn't work.
It doesn't do anything.
Cannon underwater.
Hi, 54.
You kick this cannon into position, and you point it directly at this octo spider's eyes, and you're like, taste this, and then you slap your sword against where the kind of fuse hole is, and then you realize there's no fuse in the hole. The gunpowder, if it was loaded, would be sodden and wet. The cannon itself is incredibly rusty because it's been there for weeks and it's fallen through the deck. This cannon is super broken.
And as I span it around, the cannonball fell out.
Actually, when you asked about the cannon, I decided that the cannon had rusted into the hole. So
Nice. Oh my god, it just would have exploded.
It would have. The whole cannon would have exploded. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else?
Incredible. I will. That was my action, I'll say, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that feels right. In that case, I will see it attacking Pan and Eli, and then see my captain clearly struggling with something. So I'm going to start swimming over that way. I started drawing. No. How do I go back to not drawing? There we go. 10, 20, 20, 30. That's all I can do.
Excellent. And because of that, that's the end of your turn. It's going to attack Pan or Eli.
I keep forgetting that. People in combat should go first.
It's going to go.
Otherwise you get more attacks.
You have been picking the first turn every time and doing nothing. So I'm
Ooh.
I
very
did 15 damage
confusing.
last time.
Yeah,
Well,
I knew I
the
was-
first round you were like, I'm going to go first so I can run away so that
Oh, yeah,
Eli
that's
can
true.
take a hit.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's true.
What?
I don't regret that one.
Pan, it's going to do
I've
9
been trying
damage
to go
you.
last.
Gonna hit me again.
Yeah, I rolled
Okay, I'm gonna use my Don to try and block with my.
I'll
the
use my cruise, my last
You've done-
remaining crew.
you- Oh,
Do you only get one or did you get two?
Let me look.
Because I had two marked down, but I might have.
Wait, it should
not
say in
corrected
the character job. You get 2 uses of your crew abilities per day, resets after a long rest.
Oh, balls.
And
Nice.
if, and if you are voted as captain, you gain 2 uses of the captain skills and choose a number of captain skills equal to your crew job. And if your first mate,
I have
gain 1
captain
use
skills?
of the captain skill. Yep. And so does Rook.
So
What?
Wait,
Guys,
I have
guys,
Really laughing.
guys, you guys have been captain and first mate for ages.
this has literally never come
So
up.
you lose 50. You
I
get
didn't
like
realise
15
first mate
damage.
got
You
one.
get reduced.
Wow, okay, pretty good. So you take
So-
no damage from that as
Nice.
Eli, do you want to describe how that
Hold on,
happens?
Rather than it be like a shout or anything, I'd like to kind of like maybe try and, because we're so close to each other, almost like hit the tentacle out of the way as he's going for it.
Yeah, as the tentacle rises up, I love that. You kind of slam it down with one of your pistols in hand, and it kind of jolts out of the way and is unable to hit Pan.
Nice.
We're taking a lot of heat here.
True. And that is now the Oculus Spider's turn. So let me see what it wants to do.
Oh, now it's its turn. Fuck.
Right, so it attacked and then it has its turn.
Yep, it
Okay,
attacks,
how
it attacks
did
at the
the
end of your
tentacle?
guys' go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot that bit.
How hurt is everyone looking?
I'm not too bad at the minute.
I've taken damage,
Yeah, I've
but I'm
I'm just
okay.
above
got a
half.
bruise.
So it's gonna try and shoot webs at Eli to kind of push it away from it, and slam it against the wall and try and stick it to the wall.
It is holding me at the minute as well.
Oh yeah, it makes it easy for him. So that's good. Cool.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. So, it fires out black webbing from its mouth, or kind of like mouth hole.
Yeah.
And then,
Good one.
It's called a beak.
Eli,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna have to do a well on this. I don't know what it's called, because I mean, like, what's a spider mouth called?
Mandibles if it's a spider.
It's it's a beaktable.
Is it beak with mandibles?
Yeah,
Ooh.
a beaktable.
Manderbeak.
So yeah, shoots some black web out of its manderbeak, and you'll have to roll a rogue check with
Oh,
level
fuck.
2 disadvantage and try and get a 9. Or
You
above.
got this.
9,
I believe.
A
12
9.
and 4, 12 and 4.
And they called it a 9. Oh, nice.
With disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
gotta
roll
roll
both
again.
again. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. So somehow you're able to kind of like wriggle and writhe your way away from the kind of thing, even though it's holding you down and it's unable to kind of push you away. And that's its
D12
go.
rolls fucking saved your ass.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Very good. And Eli's not necessarily the most nimble of people, so that's great.
I'm gonna let Eli go first with his boosted damage die, and I'll go after
oh
him.
yeah, good point. So I'll reload. I'll use the Don that I get to reload one of my pistols, and I mean just point blank shoot it in the face, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you roll 1d6 and 1d8.
Oh yeah, 1d6,
You
1d8.
dodge the webbing like Han Solo and then return fire,
Oh,
which is not the original, of course.
so 7
And
damage.
solo shot first.
Hmm.
And solo shot.
Weird.
It blocks the 7 damage from the pistol shot with its kind of carapace on top of the head.
McClanky.
Things off, and then it's going to attack Han for only 3 damage.
Ooh,
You got this. You can.
it's attacking me a lot. This guy does not like me very much.
Well, you are on it.
You did, and
don't know
you
what
did
you're talking
come
about.
flying in with pans.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
3.
yeah. No, that's
And you did say we're
one.
eating calamari.
Oh no, it's 2 1.
Yeah, it's 2.
It's
Yeah,
2.
it's 2. Yeah. So you take 1
Yeah,
damage
sorry.
from it.
Cool.
You're good.
I did call it. I was gonna say I was gonna make it Kalamari. That's true.
It's whoever wants to
Some
go
guys
next.
just can't take a joke.
It's a prank, bro.
I think I'll go next. I'm gonna just do a bunch of what I've been doing the whole time, just smacking it in its head where I can. Oh yeah, okay. What do I want to do? Do I want to do the extra hit? I think I'm gonna do the extra hit rather than the inspiration, because I thought I was inspiring two people to do extra damage, and one of them's just playing around with the cannon. So
Imagine if we upgraded like I don't
9,
even know what a cannon is, like D20.
So D12.
Obviously, it has to go to a D100.
so 11 is my first hit.
11. Damn. Okay. Yeah, it takes. I can't do math. 6.
Okay, and then I'm gonna swing my swing another pan for 4. Did it block?
Yeah, that one blocked. It blocked that one.
And then my last one from my 4 again. Not great. Not great.
It takes 1 damage from that. It is looking pretty
Yay.
roughed up, but it is.
Yeah. That's fine. That'll be my go. As I'm sure it wants to reciprocate in kind.
Well, it's gonna see what it's 1 and 2 it's pan, 2, 3 and 4 it's it's unlucky. That's not even on me. You can't complain about that.
No, I'm not gonna complain.
That's a 6 damage to pan if you can't block it.
Yeah, hold on. Ooh.
Oh, damn! Pretty good.
Ooh.
That's 2. They explode, by the way. One of them explodes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. All dice explode if you can. 3. So that's 1.
Should, it
2,
was
so 2, 4.
5. So I took 1
6.
damage.
No, it's 6 total. So you take no damage.
Oh, nice.
Well done. Yeah, that was a great roll.
Nice.
That's a 40k orc roll in, that is.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
It is. It's not something I do very often.
No, true. Cool. Rook and Barty is your those if you want to do one.
I did shit cannon stuff.
Oh yeah. So Barty, if you want to do anything.
I am far.
True, and it's difficult terrain in here as
There's
No,
another
no.
cannon here.
well.
Rook, get in the cannon. I am a slow boy. Oh my god. Is there like cannonballs on the ground?
In the water.
Water in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the water.
It's kind of waist height at the moment, so you'd have to do a pretty decent acumen, savvy check to see if you can find some. So investigation would be acumen.
Yeah, I'll go for that. No.
You reach down and you feel something round, and you're like, a cannonball, and you lift it up, and it's a barnacle.
Ah!
And you throw it back down.
Can I throw the barnacle at the octopus?
No. It's not actually a barnacle. You don't really find anything.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay, cool.
I'll move a little bit. I'll go 1, 2, I guess, because slow terrain.
Yeah, you only got 10 movement speed. 20 movement speed.
You said it was difficult terrain, no?
Yeah, but you got 30 total, right? So you can move 50.
Yeah, so 1 more.
See, so far. I mean, that is an extra 50% of what you did. Quite a lot. But because you did that, it's going to see whether it attacks Pan and Eli. Eli this time, nice.
Pick me.
5 damage unless you can block it.
Pick him for a bit.
6.
Yep. So it tings off your armor a little bit, and you take no damage. And then it's top of combat again. So who would like to go first?
Not me.
No one else will. I will attack.
How's the water situation?
Yeah, up to kind of waist height. There's depending how long your dick is. I mean, it's gained that much of distance.
It's getting shorter.
So
Really
7.
touching my soul.
It's cold in this water.
7 is my first attack on it.
How much is that? Sorry, Joey.
7.
Blocks.
Oh, what? God damn it! Come on, do the next one. 9, but hold on.
Yes.
Explosion to 13, and I'm gonna spend my Dawn to swing again.
Nice.
Ooh,
Ooh,
8
another
plus. So 12.
13 plus 12.
No, the 13 was my first hit,
Ah.
and then I used because I've used the what's it called, the attack
Ooh.
speed ability. So I've done a 13 and a 12. Those 2
Okay.
hits.
It desperately needs to roll well here.
On that first one, can I use a captain a crew ability,
Yeah.
Inspire Greatness? And I can add one upgraded version of one of your attack or defense dice to any roll from a crewmate within sound of sight. Does that activate now? I
Yeah,
don't
absolutely. Yeah.
So you roll a d8 and add that to my 13.
know. Yeah, I'll just say, just think about how tasty all of this will be together. And you can add a d8.
You see, like almost a rage. It's like a hunger rage goes over me there.
So this is going to be added to your 12 roll that you just did.
Okay, so the 12 will be 16. So 16 and a 13 on my 2 hits.
It rolled 7 on its armor, and it was going to be left with 1 hit point until the extra dice came in. So Pan and Rook, if you want to describe to me how you finally kill this octo spider horror.
I think I'm imagining it like silent with like dramatic classical music over the top. Rook's in the back, like screaming, holding these crab legs up
Almost
at,
in slow
Pan.
motion. It's 0.75 times speed, so it's not slow motion.
Yeah. And then
Rook.
it's all in black and white until it starts going in real speed.
Yeah.
Just waving the like crab meat from the crabs before, like just animalistic, lost his mind kind of thing. And then Pan up ahead in combat. What does Pan do?
On top of, I'm obviously been on top of this thing since the beginning, covered in, if it's ichor, if it's blood, whatever it is that this thing has going through its veins. I'm just like, it's splattered in my eyes. Like I said, I'm in the hunger rage, and I'm just like chunking bits off. Some of them are going into my pan, and I would almost say they look like they're almost sizzling on the pan that I'm hitting so quickly.
It's like Schindler's List, black and white, where everything's black and white except like the
Except the
ichor that
blood.
covers your face.
Which is unironically black because it's shooting out ink and all this kind of stuff. It's this kind of thick, oily black substance that's kind of coating you. So yeah, it's all black and white currently, and suddenly this kind of octo spider kind of like takes one last hit to its carapace on the top, and it crushes, and suddenly it collapses on the floor, dead beneath Pan and Eli's feet.
And in the moment that happens, I'm gonna like flip the 2 pounds, sheath them on my hooks, get out my kitchen knife, and just start chopping parts of its like tentacle into like more maneuverable stuff that I can put in my bag.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a savvy check.
I'm like instantly being a like butcher.
Yeah.
Savvy check. Okay. Ten.
Yeah, pretty good. I'd say you're able to get some, so a couple of legs, a few tentacles, and an eye as well, if you wanted to take that.
Sure.
Cool.
Legs, tentacles.
So you've collected the key. You have killed the octo spider horror here, and you've also tied a bath to the front of the boat.
Hell yeah.
Which
I see this as an overall success.
Yeah, which I think we can all agree is incredibly like the biggest part of this. And with that, I think we can draw the session to a close, and you can kind of like run up and see if you can unlock the door next session.
Yeah, and ask Barty what you think.
Yeah, figure out what Barty's doing and see whether or not it actually drags the ship down with the other ship.
I'll be honest. I was expecting the water situation to be a lot more dire.
We just look over, but he's like sat in the boat expectantly, just waiting. Sick.
But did you want the bath to like pull you all out, or
Yes.
okay?
It's still on the floor above, right?
I
Yeah,
just
your
love that-
machinations are just unknown to me.
It's
I
still
love
it's
that
still at the upper
Barty, like,
floor.
heard his crew dying, was like, well, those two are just going to be bodies in the water. I better get this tub out of here.
I need to get out of
The
here.
bath is also plumbed. I want to point out.
I said this. I said this to him.
It's gonna rip out the wall. The very good job, guys. You dealt with my octo spider very, very. Although, yeah, when Pan rolled like a 17, I was like, oh, cool. I mean, let's see what stealth. He's got quite good stealth. He rolled like a crit and then rolled another thing. So it rolled.
It was nice. It was nice that we got surprised. I
That's
don't
right.
think we've been
Yeah.
surprised yet.
And Jack and Andy, you guys have additional abilities, captain abilities.
Yeah, I picked a. I looked at the captain abilities and I picked one, and I had to use it.
Excellent.
We got Inspire Greatness,
Oh.
Andy. If you want to pick a different one,
Yeah.
oh, the same one.
Yeah. Andy gets 2 uses of he's the captain. Whereas
Yeah.
Jack.
I think
Andy, you've also
I'm gonna
got.
suggest a new name for our crew, other than the ones that Max had talked about. We've got to be the seafood pirates.
Yeah, something seafood
Ooh.
related. I like it. Sushi something or
Yeah. I'll figure it out, but it's got to
Yeah.
be seafood related.
I've not suggested anything, by the way. I've not suggested a single name.
Well,
I don't want to influence you at all.
we had the chicken bone lockpicker pirate.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
to
I
start
didn't fucking
with.
say that shit.
And then we were like the chili flake pirates.
A lot of food
Yeah.
related, yeah.
Something about tea, and now seafood
just-
is the current vibe. Very food orientated, yeah. Culinary somethings. Anyway,
Had a lot
we'll
of food
workshop
related
it.
adventures.
Absolutely. So you're gonna get some stuff from the captain's quarter time, and then we can kind of see where we go. Ship, and then see what you want to do. Kind of when you get to the next island, which should possibly happening next.
When the combat started, I had a full mouth agape moment of like realization that just never was not right. You know, like when you hear the familiar sound of like clattering, I was like,
right.
the captain was ill and he became a crab, and the crew were actually the crabs, and it's like the crabs are people, kind of thing. And then
But that's what you thought happened.
I thought like we had awoken the captain and his crab body was above us. But no, it was very good.
No, this was the octo spider you were fighting in.
I hate how the legs look. I just do not like them.
Yeah,
at all.
it's really weird.
I don't like that it implies that there are bones in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's very upsetting. I did not like it. Also, it took me a lot of prompting to get it to do anything. It was just like, you mean octopus? And I was like, I don't mean octopus. Like, you mean spider?
Yeah.
Then
It looks a
looks
bit more like a crab leg, I'd say.
oh, I didn't
Yeah,
want to.
it's fitting in. It fits in.
It also looks like it's like
Got 8 of
coming
them.
down in an alien ship or something like that.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
Rallying
yeah.
Cry.
It's got a bit of above
Yeah,
glow.
it's
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say it looks like it's in a submarine, but like one of those submarines that has access to water, but like to the left there.
Oh yeah. Like,
And then the barnacles could
Oh,
literally
yeah,
be
yeah,
magic
yeah.
art. Like that could be a creature from Magic the Gathering for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very
Like
weird.
1/1 Merfolk
Are they on an oil rig?
energy deck.
It does kind of look like an oil rig, yeah. It was just supposed to be on the docks, honestly. I was just trying to put it like, yeah, on a ship or something. And it was like, yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay.
They never do.
Okay.
They never do.
Yeah.
Have you seen that guy that like trying to get GPT to draw a full glass of
Glass of
wine?
wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
He just can't do it.
What?
Can't
uh,
do a full glass of
ChatGPT
like.
genuinely can't like draw like a full glass, as in like wine to the very brim
Yeah,
of
to the
the
brim.
glass.
It's always
Every time
half
you,
full. Yeah.
it's always half full, and it just never fills up to the top.
That's
Because
so
nobody ever
funny.
takes a photo of like a full glass of wine,
No,
so this just has
exactly, right.
no
So it's got no
frame of
reference to follow to a full glass.
It's great. This is how we beat the AI. We
Yeah.
must drink our
Incomplete
wine
data.
full.
We do it
Yeah.
with data that's like useless. Something that a human can do that's not necessary in any way.
This is
Honestly, I found that AI at a really base level is just like fast forwarding through a very intense Google search.
Yeah, it is.
That's all it is.
essentially what it is.
I do quite like the AI Google search at the top of Google now, because it actually is usually quite a
It's
bit more
getting there.
useful than the thing. The problem is, at the moment, I don't fully trust what it says, because sometimes it's just not right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I
I've
saw
done
a
it few
quote
times.
today that said, whenever I ask AI to look into a topic I know nothing about, it is always correct. But whenever I ask it to look into a topic I'm an expert on, it's only
Yes.
40% correct.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't know anything about it, hence googling it, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, sure.
And then you go into Warhammer lore and you're like, what? That didn't happen.
Oh my god, yeah. I was trying it out with D&D lore, and it was just all over the place. It was nothing. It was not accurate at all.
Yep.
1 out of 10.
I had some luck in that area. It actually did some good things for me. I mostly just feed it a lot of random info and then ask it to process it into something else.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's I did one with Warhammer lore and it said Lorgar fell to the influence of Nurgle, and I'm like,
No.
Lorgar to Nurgle, really? And I was like, please try this again.
Yeah.
And I was like, after the whatever it was, like the possessive powers of Nurgle, Lorgar found himself. I was like, wait, why? No, change this.
I like how it's so subservient to correct itself. It's like, oh yes, I see what I did wrong.
Yeah.
You're right.
Let me just fix that for you, and then it's exactly the same thing again, and you're like, oh, what? It fixed nothing.
Yeah,
You're just being a bootlicker.
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy how quickly it's progressing though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It is a little scary.
scary,
I think it's
cool,
very scary.
exciting, new. I don't. Yeah. And
I think
crazy
it's very
how.
scary for those who are just for those jobs that the higher ups will think, oh, AI can do this job, and just replace someone and lose so much
Yeah,
crucial
you're telling me with
nuanced information.
corporate
I mean,
voiceover work is all AI now.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think the
can't
biggest
blame
thing is
them.
it's just a tool. It's nothing but a tool, but it's only in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
My favorite meme about AI is being like, oh, we wanted AI so they come in and do my dishes. And,
literally
and do
make my
homework,
So I can do art.
so I can
don't
do
have
art, but
to.
now it's doing art, so I have to do dishes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the AI acting things now, it's not quite there yet, but it absolutely will be very soon, and it's mad. When it first came in, it's like, oh yeah, computers will do this, and all the arts and all of this kind of stuff will remain. That's like the humanity. It's really good at that now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember the old videos of when they had Will Smith eating spaghetti?
Yeah.
And now you have what it is, and you're like, oh, that could legitimately just be Will Smith eating spaghetti now.
Yeah,
Well, Will
mad.
Smith did a video of him eating spaghetti just to fuck with that as well.
Yeah, no.
He also released this really weird AI video of him slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. It was
Oh yeah.
it was so weird. Why would he do that? Release that video.
We're gonna have the excuses come in. It's like, oh, that's doctored. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you see the one Trump posted?
Yeah, where it was pro LGBT, pro trans, because he said whoa, what Gaza Strip could really be, and then it had these
Well-
cross dressing, and you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah, but there was
what?
also the gold statues of himself and shit.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
What
But
the fuck?
to be fair, he also he's posted a few what's it called, deep fake stuff himself anyway.
Yeah, pretending it's
Has
real.
he been hacked?
Yeah,
No,
by
I
Russians
think
for sure.
well, no, he has not been hacked by Russians. He gets paid by Russians.
Yeah,
The same thing.
There's literally
life.
There's
as
literally
attacked by Russians.
there's public knowledge things of showing when he got bankrupt that the Russian company bought out Trump Tower and then gave it back to him.
Yeah, Krasnov.
Yeah,
That's just like fucking insane.
can't get away. It's not even that hidden. It's just out in the open.
No,
And it's
yeah.
fine.
And he
Kind
can
of
just
just
say it's
kind of
not,
people.
and his followers are like, see, he's right, and you're like, what the
He
fuck?
literally fucking started his second run as presidency with a crypto
With a
scam.
criminal, yeah, with a crypto scam, yeah, and a criminal record.
Nothing came from it.
The first criminal president.
Like overtly criminal. I mean,
Considering, I
He was
can't remember what his
shilling
name.
cars.
There's a president who literally ran out
Oh yeah,
of
the
office
Tesla.
because
Yeah.
he said something like "damn" or something like. He got really excited and said the wrong word back in the 70s,
Brit.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Yeah, you can't be president anymore because you said damn
yeah.
on
One of
public
them
TV or
got
whatever."
ridiculed for being too excited, and then wasn't able to run for president.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
absolutely
like
insane.
and nowadays, it's like, oh, this one he paid off a porn star to keep her hush money
Oh my
when he
God, yeah.
basically raped her, and but no, he's a great guy. He's
Yeah,
gonna make America great again.
he's our leader. And I can't remember how much it is, but it's like 4 trillion or something. The drop in value of the US dollar, or there is a significant
Oof.
drop in the financial stability of America
Oh,
in
it's
the short
fucking
amount of
insane.
time.
He is so like I work in the like the, the government office that deals with the UK debt, and most of our stuff is like kind of selling UK bonds to major investors or private investors if they want to get involved.
Sure.
But because we're so like because the bond market is so directly connected to like the currency market, and the currency market is directly connected to like the world currency market.
Mm.
Since he's come in, the difference between my job, like when it was Biden compared to when it's him, is fucking insane. I literally have to do like such like what's the word, like in-depth deep analysis of like the markets following any word he fucking says. The day that he called Zelensky a traitor, no, not traitor, a dictator.
Last
Yeah.
Oh
week.
my god! It was last week. So it fucking crashed like half of the fucking pension funds across the world because they were
Yeah.
invested in these UK Treasury bonds that just
So-
fucking tanked.
So,
And I'm like, oh my god, he can literally say one word, like one sentence, and it can like fuck up the world.
it's very coincidentally. So I also obviously work in government risk, and we run a program which is like automated. It identifies automatically. The lead technical architect of that I have on Discord because I've been friends with him for years. Just messaged me a couple of hours ago. Said Tesla are so bad they break Spotlight, which is a tool. Too much content for the page to display. I said, no way, is that true? He's like, I think I fixed it, but there's 500 risks for Tesla.
I just saw a headline pop up while we were playing that was like the new state of Tesla stocks is insane. I haven't clicked on it yet.
Hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is why we have escapism and
True.
spend time
Yep.
fighting
octo
octopus
crab.
spiders.
Yeah, and you got attacked by barnacles multiple times.
Oh, the fuck yeah.
And I still had a better time than reading the fucking news headlines.
True.
Lovely. Right, I'm going to head off and get a little bit to eat before bed, but thank you very much, Max.
Cheers, team. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
shit.
Great.
Awesome session.
That's
Back
good session,
on next
Hey,
Wednesday.
guys, we've gamed a bathtub almost. So look at that.
yeah.
I counted this
Predetermined,
as
but-
it's in my inventory.
It fucking isn't.
Already counting it as
We're going to become our own
Sharpie.
crab with our
We're gonna sink our
bathtub
own ship
shelves.
with a hot tub. With a
That's
bathtub
absolutely what's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be the equivalent of pulling the bumper off your own car trying to
Yeah.
tow something.
Yeah,
I think I was feeling confident about it, but now Max has a whole week to think about it. I no longer feel confident.
Oh no. It's just gonna be down to the luck check, Andy. You're gonna have to roll a couple of luck checks and see how rough they are.
We got it. Fine.
Famously, I am a lucky guy.
Well, but Barbie's luck checks actually are pretty good. I
Yeah,
have to say.
you've rolled probably the best out of all of us.
It's
all fair.
ironically named.
For sure, yeah. it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But Barty's actually super good luck, but his actions just
Every-
cause him bad luck. Bad luck in
It's like he's not
prophecies.
unlucky. He's just an idiot.
Oh yeah.
You can't say what backstory you sent to Max. Anyway, lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
P.S. Not actually unlucky, just stupid.
That was the big reveal.
Yeah.
That's my background.
Oh shit.
The twist.
Right. Shall see you next week, lads.
Cheers, team.
All the
Yeah.
best.
See you later.
Bye.
Right.
Wait.